Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen, to the Welsh Amateur Boxing Association National Championship Finals. It's the night we've all been waiting for, the night we have built up to over the previous few weeks. My name is Matt Purdy. I am delighted to say I am joined by Commonwealth gold and silver medalist and 2024 Olympian, the one and only Rosie Eccles. Rosie, how are you feeling before this one tonight?
Yeah, it's nice to be a part of the Welsh Boxing Finals again, as always. Always nice to be back. Lots of familiar faces and hopefully some good bouts ahead of us as well.
Absolutely. A total of 13 bouts across this first evening tonight, all in the senior category. An event that you have been here before, Rosie. You have won a few years back now. What would be going through your mind a few minutes before the first bout tonight? What would be sort of in your head before the walkouts? How would you be feeling if you were in their situation?
Obviously, it's back a lot of years ago now, but you know, back then when I was 18 and I won my senior national title, your thought is getting onto the Welsh team. You want to make a statement that you're the best in the weight category, but often what people don't realise is it's not about just being the best, it's about showing the coaches down there on the table the potential you have to go on and compete internationally. And for Wales, you know, that's looking at building up to a Commonwealth Games, you know, in the long term. So they want to show their full potential to the coaching team watching, that they're not just good enough to win a Welsh finals, they're good enough to have potential to go on and achieve bigger things.
For sure, and as you say there, it's about the best, right? We are going to see the best of the best in every category tonight, especially at such a high level across Wales. Now, these are the national championship finals, and our first bout tonight will be the 50 kilogram in the female weight class. It'll be Leah Reagan from Llanrumney Phoenix Boxing Club up against Madison Pang. Do you know anything about these two boxers this evening, our first bout?
Yeah, so both Leah and Madison. Madison's part of our newly developed female development squad. Lots of potential. This is a first-year senior, so I'm sure she'll be looking to make a statement. Little southpaw boxer, got lots of talent, but just needs to gain the experience. Leah has had a little bit of a taste of the Welsh full-time squad. I don't think she's part at the moment, but she's done, I think, 1 or 2 internationals with them and had some international success. A strong, shorter, stockier fighter. So it'd be interesting to see how these styles clash, but both obviously as well at the start of their boxing careers. That's the thing with the Welsh Championships. A lot of these are at the beginning.
Fantastic. It looks like the walkouts are going to get underway very soon, so we'll leave the viewers to watch these just for the time being, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Could you please ask boxers from the 50k female, Leah Regan and Madison Pang, to the ring, please?
So it's Reagan, it's Pang, it's the first bout of the National Championship Finals. We are soon to be underway, that's for sure. Just the last few checks in each corner. And just for clarification for the viewers at home, out of the red corner it is Leah Reagan, and of course that leaves Madison Pang in the blue corner.
So once again, good evening and welcome to the 2024 Elite National Championship finals here at Sports Wales National Centre in Cardiff. Bout number 1, 50 kilo female, is between, in the red corner representing Cranberry Phoenix Agency, Leah Regan. Boxing in the blue corner representing Cardiff Agency, Madison Pang. Regan in the red corner, Pang in the blue corner, 3 by 3-minute rounds.
And so the bell gets this first bout underway. I'm sure you could hear at home plenty of support here at Sport Wales for both of these boxers tonight. Always good to see.
Yeah, Madison Pang's off to a really good start actually. Landed some nice clean shots on Leah Regan. But yeah, she's a come forward fighter, Leah, so she's got a good fitness, so Maddie will have to work hard to keep this up and keep her at her range.
Yeah, how important are these first few opening exchanges, especially in a fight of this magnitude?
It depends really. It's a lot about finding your range those first 30 seconds and settling into the bout and then building on momentum then. Maddie's done really well. It's a high-paced start, so hopefully they can settle into it, settle down. But yeah, Maddie's had the success to begin with. Those long southpaw shots she's having good success with.
Yeah, Madison
Obviously
Pang.
Leah's now pushing the pace, trying to get on top of her, but she's not currently able to get her shots off.
Yeah, Leah Regan, the current reigning Welsh national champion, in red tonight. She's been here before. She's won this fight last year. It was not against Madison Pang, so Madison Pang's first year as a senior, a relatively new opponent for her.
Maddie just needs to be a little bit careful here, use her space and not get stuck against the rope. She's having good success, but she's just getting her back to the ropes and allowing Leah to work a little bit there.
Yeah, plenty of accomplishments between both of these boxers. Plenty of experience at the highest level. Leah Regan, Hull Box Cup champion 2023, won the Three Nations last year in the 48 kg category. Madison Pang, on the other hand, runner-up at Youth GB Championships.
Yeah, they expended a lot of energy this first round. I think Maddie's got to be careful not to punch herself out. She's having good success, but she's be careful having her back against the rope there. Leah just probably got to quicken her shots up, quicken her feet up a little bit, and be able to get inside. She's having some success, but at the moment it's just with single punches, so she just needs to quicken her pace up a little bit and not get picked off at range from Maddie.
Yeah, perhaps nerves coming into it at all in this first round?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of that, but that should be gone now. Usually the first round, once the bell's gone, the nerves are gone. But yeah, like Leah's just got to be a bit more mindful of her defence here. She's shipping a lot of straight shots down the middle, and from the southpaw stance of Maddie as well. But again, Maddie's ended up with her back against the rope. She doesn't need to be there. She's having good enough success with her back not being against the rope. She's a spinner off, but that's a bit of experience for you, you know. She just needs to take this into the ring a little bit more, Maddie. She's having great success with the long shots, but she's getting her back against the rope too soon. So if she can just control the space behind her a little bit better, then she'll have a more successful first round.
And we hear a thud on the table from the timekeeper, which signified there was 10 seconds left in that round. Of course, 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. And if you had to judge that first round, Rosie, who would you have given it to?
Yeah, as I said, it was a competitive round. I think they both had success, but I think Maddie had the greatest success with the long-range shots. As I said, she's just got to be careful, though. She's giving shots away to Leah, who's a very good, strong, come-forward fighter, giving shots away which she doesn't really need to be doing. If I was to be coaching her in the corner, I'd be saying, you know, keep your back away from the ropes, move well, use your long-range shots, and don't get involved. If I was coaching Leah, I'd encourage her to get closer and let her shots go, push her against the ropes and make things really uncomfortable for Maddie to time. So we'll see how they both come out now and start these next rounds.
And I'm more than sure that's exactly what the two coaches are saying to their respective
well, we don't
boxers.
know. We'll see. We'll see. They may know a lot more than me. This is a good final. It's a good final bout for both girls. So let's see how they both come out and adjust this second round. We don't know the scores from here, obviously.
Of course, it's a great start to the evening as well, this first bout. Real good advert for the Welsh Amateur Boxing Association. Shows the calibre of performance we have on offer tonight and across the country as well.
Yeah, Maddie and Leah are both girls coming up through the system, so to actually come against each other is brilliant. It's a brilliant bout for themselves in the Welsh final. So let's have a look how they start this second round.
Yeah, we see those different stances, just holding off, and now we see the first few punches thrown. Again, an energetic start from both.
Maddie's having a success on the rope, but she's thrown a bit panicked. Leah's putting pressure on her, but they're both landing shot for shot there. As I said, Leah's quite a strong, she's more of a woman, a strong come forward boxer, and she's just putting that pressure on Maddie, and she's maybe not quite got the experience to deal with that at the moment.
Yeah, experience could play vital as we get into the latter stages of the fights, especially in this second and third round.
Yeah, see the long shots there from Maddie are brilliant. She just sometimes gets tied up. At that sort of range, Leah is struggling to have any success, and she's shipping a lot of shots as she's on the rope. Maddie, she's landing a lot of shots against Leah, but she just could work at better range.
Definitely, perhaps added height advantage, maybe a slightly longer reach.
Yeah, and she just needs to use that more. As I said, she just needs to box at her range, keep the shots long, and keep her back away from the ropes. Leah needs to practice closing that round. That was a good body shot to straight backhand to the body from Leah, and she could look for that against the southpaw as well. The backhand to the body often lands lovely against someone in the southpaw stance.
Yeah, you mentioned that southpaw stance. How difficult is it to face off against someone with that slightly unorthodox style?
Well, obviously with the southpaw, they box orthodox boxers a lot more often than the orthodox will box the southpaw.
For sure.
It means you're actually further away, and it's harder to land a jab. But the backhand, different shots are available to you basically, but the backhand to the body like there that Leah just landed was the perfect shot to throw against the southpaw. Leah's having a little bit more success this round. We'd like to see a few more jabs. There you go, a few more nice jabs from Maddie. There you go, that was brilliant. So where I was speaking before about moving off the rope, that was lovely. She turned her and then came back with her own shots.
Yeah, we've seen Madison Pan get herself off the ropes in the last few moments and back onto the front foot a little bit, but here comes Reagan.
Leah's got to be careful not to also smother her own work. That was good from Leah there, that was really good from Leah. I'd like to see a few more jabs from Maddie just to keep her long. Lovely shot, and she looked for the uppercut there as well. The backhand lands much easier with the southpaw orthodox stance.
Yeah, seems as though the pace has quietened down ever so slightly. As I say that, a few more punches landed by both, but the frantic start we saw at the beginning of both rounds looks like maybe the boxers both perhaps felt each other out now. And
yeah, both rounds success. It's a good strong finish to the round, but I think Leah actually landed a few cleaner shots towards the end of that round. A close and competitive round. A lot of energy spent by both boxers there, but we'll see what the scores are and see how they both come out for the end.
Absolutely, a lot of energy. You said it there yourself, especially with the pace they're boxing at. And how is that going to affect the final round, do you think?
Well, this last round now is going to be a test of your fitness and also your game plan. You don't want to come out and throw everything and let it go to waste. Now, I think it's a closer fight than it was in that first round. I think Leah definitely had more success than she did in her first, so it could be one apiece. Going into the last round, so it's about who's got the fitness and to keep the composure together. Maddie needs to keep her boxing together, keep the shots at range, not allow Leah to close the gap, and Leah's got to close that gap and let her shots go. And we'll see who does a better job now in this last round.
Absolutely, and of course this is the final round of the final. This is what it all comes down to. Only a few moments before the third round begins, and last chance for either to really make their mark, and if it does go the distance, it does go to points. It will be a closely contested encounter, that's for sure.
Maddie's just staying on the line a little bit long there. She could even move her feet a bit more laterally, side to side, not going backwards. That's better, getting off the ropes. Nice 1-2 there landed from Maddie. You can see the physicality of Leah, though, was just that little bit stronger on the inside. Maybe that bit older, bit more senior experience.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, Madison Pang's first year as a senior. Reagan, of course, has the experience, and we see it there. She ducks and dives couple times before landing a couple blows.
Some good counters there from Maddie, but she's got to be careful. It looks more dominant when Leah is landing with her back against the ropes. She's just got to be careful of her ring position here. It can, there you go, another good jab from Maddie. And when she stays away from that rope and jabs and moves, she's much more effective.
Both fighters now giving it their all. You can see how much it means, even from up here.
Yeah, you can see Leah's engine slightly declined now as well. She's pressing the fight a little bit less, and that's giving Maddie some, as I say that, she then puts on a bit more pressure.
It really is an evenly matched contest so far.
Yeah, good three-punch combination from Maddie. Then she ships a few there and back at her, so this is a very competitive. Good clean shots there landed by Maddie, so this is...
Yeah, it could go either way, that's for sure, as we enter the latter stages of the final round. This is what it all comes down to.
Judges a little bit closer to this, and maybe they can see that little bit of difference and decide who's done a bit more. But it's a punch for punch. Maddie will have a bit of success, then Leah follows up afterwards, so we'll see. See, when Maddie lands at that range, it's clear. She just sometimes then gets smothered and gets carried into a bit of a fight on the inside, which isn't her game. No. She came off that exchange better, so see those long shots, that's what's effective for Maddie. Good head movement there from Leah, she could do a little bit more of that in those situations.
Neither boxer wanting to give anything away as we approach the last 10 seconds now. Last few moments, who's going to make it count? And there is the bell. Applause all round for both Reagan and Pang. An excellent fight on both ends there from the two 50 kg classification fighters. Got to say, it's a great start to the evening.
It was a brilliant start, and actually both girls have a lot to take from that bout. I think both will get a lot from it. It's really good to have a fight like that for female boxing in the Welsh finals. I think they were really well matched, both very different boxers. I think watching that back, both of them will have a lot to learn and to gain from that as well. I think, as I said, Leah's pressure just could be a bit more methodical and a bit more head movement so she doesn't get caught on the way in. And in Maddie, it's just a bit about the ring position. Her long shots worked beautiful for her, but every now and again she just got drawn into a bit of a fight with Leah. And that could be down to a bit of coaching, a bit of ring position. But also maybe the physicality of Leah as well. We actually know in the past that Leah is a strong female boxer.
And now I don't want to put you on the spot, but
well,
do you have any predictions?
I'm a little bit further away than those judges, but up here in the balcony.
Could be raised?
I'm leaning towards Maddie. However, I'm not as close as everyone down there, so let's wait and see for the result.
No, it's so hard to call. Such a fantastic fight, such a fantastic start to the evening. The referee has both hands in his. Let's wait for the judges' call then.
The 50 kg female 2024 elite Welsh champion by a split decision in the red corner.
And Leah Reagan retains. Another year here and another title to her name. Welsh champion last year, Welsh champion this year. It was a tight one. It was tough to call. It was a split decision. But Rosie, there we go.
There we go. That's it. As I said, I just think maybe the judges then saw, Maddie had a lot of success, but her position when she sometimes had her back against the rope makes it look like she's getting caught a lot more. Being close to the ring like the judges, maybe it looked even more significant, and I'd say probably ring positioning more than anything lost to that fight in a close bout. Both had great success, and it's a shame that one didn't quite do it, but Maddie's first senior final, so she'll come back and hopefully she'll be more hungry to win next year now.
Absolutely, and what a debut it was at the senior level for Madison Pang. But to the victor go the spoils, and Leah Reagan, Welsh champion last year, Welsh champion this year, won the Three Nations last year. The girl can't stop winning.
That's it, yeah, she's doing well. She just needs to, just gain more experience. She wants to make it onto a consistent member of the Welsh team as she builds, and just try and, stay busy and get as many bouts of experience as she can. Yeah,
and a good start for that experience, a good foothold, a first step to those latter stages.
Yeah, definitely, and definitely for Maddie as well. First year senior, class of opposition she can open herself up to now is so much more. So, you know, she can have a greater amount of bouts at senior level, and hopefully she'll grow in experience and have her own successes then to come this year.
Definitely. Well, that was the first bout of the evening, and it looks like the walkouts are already underway for the second. So, without further ado, it will be the 54 kilogram men's division fight for the national championship. It will be Corey Jones fighting out of Mylor in the blue corner, and making his way out now into the red corner is Jack Collier from Premier Boxing Club. Two individuals who will be hungry for the national title, that's for sure. Jack Collier had a second round win in the semi-final here, the 19-year-old from Swansea. Corey Jones, on the other hand, well, he comes into this one with a host of experience. 28 times he has represented his country, 4 times the national champion, 2 times British silver medalist. I'm sure he'll be confident he can add a 5th national title to his name. We see him prowling around the ring, donned in blue. Wow.
Yeah, well, this is obviously his first senior, though. So this is his first year senior for Corey. This is his first senior national final. So this is his first chance to then win and hopefully go on and represent Wales in the Senior Free Nations. So it's a step up for him this year. He's had a bit of international experience initially, and a bit of international success. But yeah, as I said, he's at the start of his senior boxing career.
And how difficult is that step? Did you find it difficult, easy, or is there a nice transitional phase going into the senior category?
I was thrown in at the deep end. I started later at 16, so I just got on. But no, it's a big jump for those that have competed a lot at youth and junior level. It's a big jump up to the senior level. But they're making it well. They've got to allow themselves to physically develop and let their boxing develop as well. But it's good to start with an elite Welsh title, isn't it?
As we hear the announcer just introduce the 2 stars of the show, once again, plenty of support here at Sport Wales for both, which is always great to see. And a short touch of the gloves before this one gets underway. So here we go.
Yeah, Jack is actually a member of I think they got seven boxers from Premier, I think, in the finals over the whole weekend. So they got a busy weekend. Just finding their range now at the start of the round. Jack has come out actually in a southpaw stance as well, so similar to what we saw before.
Yeah, we mentioned it in the first bout. That southpaw versus orthodox can cause a few problems with distances.
Some nice backhands landed there though from Corey. Just got to be careful where his positioning is, not against the rope. But yeah, Corey started off with some good strong shots landed. A little bit tense at the moment. Where you start the round, you relax as the round goes on.
Yeah, certainly different to the 50 kg female fight we saw moments ago.
Yeah, good pressure coming from the boy in the red corner though. Going up, changing his levels, going up and down. He's putting a good account of himself and putting good pressure on Corey.
Yeah, Jack Collier out of Premier Boxing Club. As we said, a second round win in the semi-final, so hasn't gone the distance yet in this competition. No doubt Corey Jones, we wanted to take him all the way or perhaps stop him himself before then.
That's it. Corey's actually had some good success. He's just staying there a little bit long afterwards and sometimes getting caught or smothered by the boy in red. But Corey's a very fit boy. He'll be able to sustain his pace throughout the bout. And there you go. He's relaxing now. You see he's landed a few more clear shots. He's getting into the bout. He's started to time his punches. But the boy in red is putting a good account of himself and he's putting the pressure on.
Yeah, as we approach the final minute of this first round. Relatively little between them, Rosie, or a standout for you so far?
No, I would say Corey's winning this round. Yeah, it was a closer first minute, but he's had some good clean shots landed in this last sort of minute and a half as it's closing. He's sort of relaxed and he's finding his rhythm now. He's landing the jab. Just got to be careful with that lead hook. He's getting caught a little bit with that lead hook from the boy in red, so just got to be a bit mindful of that.
Final 10 seconds of the round then. A little bit more frantic. Last few jabs in. Another hook.
Success then from Collier, but then it's coming back from Corey. Little last minute burst from Collier in the red corner. But no, a good round from both.
Yeah, strong start for both boxers. We see Jack Collier go back to his coach, Stephen Brophy, also known as Spud, around the place. You know him well?
Yeah, Spud's a big part of the development squads, the youth and juniors coming up through, and obviously the lead coach of Premier Boxing Club. So yeah, seen Spud around for many years, and he's heavily involved in the amateur boxing game.
And what would he be saying to Collier at this current moment, do you reckon?
Well, I can't predict what he's saying, but no, he's probably just getting to move his head a little bit more. Sometimes getting caught on the way in, and I'd encourage him to finish on that lead hook. He's had a lot of success of catching Corey with that when Corey's finished his combination, so work his way in a bit better up and down to the body. He had a little bit of success that early on in the round, and then the lead hook was working for him as well, so more of that.
Well, we'll see if that is the game plan for Collier as he comes out, and looks like Jones is ready as well. We hear the bell go, and we're back underway.
Yeah, I'd like to see Corey using that jab a little bit more, and just mindful of keeping things a bit cleaner, tidy up the fight a little bit, keep his range, use his experience. That's nice there, just a little step out backhand, but there you see he's got caught with the hook, so he's just got to be a little bit mindful, cares for his positioning. Yeah, Boy Red just got a bit mindful of his head here. He's coming with his head. He might get a little bit of a warning for that.
Of course, for those watching at home who were wondering, the females will be wearing head guards, men not so much. Under 71 kg tonight have the 10-ounce gloves on, so that is these two in the ring at the moment.
Corey's getting drawn into a bit of a fight here. He's got success with the long stuff, you know, use his jab, don't get drawn in. This is what this boy wants. He wants him to be drawn in, make it a bit more of a strap. Good body shot there from Corey. You know, there's a lot of success if he does a jab, pulls back and throws a couple of shots and then moves. Much better from in there. He doesn't want to be caught into a war. Lovely body shots there from Corey. Really nice shots. I'd like to see Corey just set a little bit now, let his experience sort of shine through, relax and let his shots go. That was nice.
Relentless so far from both the young men in the ring. Really, really testing their opponents at the moment.
Jack's really putting a good effort in here. He's really trying to put that pressure on him, but the sharpness of Corey is just beating him to the punch now. But he's holding a good cat himself. He's trying to keep that pressure on.
Going blow for blow here.
Yeah.
Both individuals. As we approach the last 10 seconds, the crowd's a little bit more amped up, a little bit more fired up, and the boxers seem to be responding to that.
Premier always bring quite a good crowd.
Yeah, and you can certainly hear them as they clap both back into their corners. A lot more feisty from the crowd, let alone the boxers in the ring. Wow, you could feel the tension in that one towards the end.
I think the fitness of Corey just shined through a little bit, and his timing and maybe that bit of experience as the round went on. But Jack Collier, he's holding a really good account of himself there. He's well in the fight. He just got to keep his shape a little bit. He was losing his shape towards the end of the round, and that probably just cost him that a little bit.
Yeah, so a relatively even fight so far, in general.
Competitive, yeah, very competitive. You know, I don't like putting an opinion on commentary, but I'd say probably Corey's edging that fight now.
Yeah.
But let's just see, there's one round to go, so it's not done yet.
Yep, if it does go to points. Corey Jones does have experience in that regard in this competition. He won unanimously in the semis to get to this final. So perhaps, although he may be new to the senior division, a bit of experience in that regard in this.
Yeah, exactly. So our first senior fight, time that will add to his game, but this boy in front of him really wants it too. You can see that. You see he's coming on, he really wants to win. That will to win is definitely there from both fighters.
Yeah, once again,
the head movement really works for Jack. You know, when he punches off his head movement, he does have success. And Corey's got to be mindful of that as well.
Once again, it is the National Championship final. This is to be crowned the best in Wales in your category. You talk about how much it means to each fighter. Well, you can see it on display here. A couple lovely shots.
Then from Jack. Is that landing on his own course? Definitely got to be cautious of that. He should be trying to keep things long again. He's got drawn in a little bit at the start of this round again. Try and keep his shots long, hit him as he misses, as he comes in. They just got caught in a bit more of a fight rather than a boxing match, which suits Corey more to be able to box. Good body shot underneath there from Corey. That's better, so that's the sort of boxing that suits Corey, but when Jack puts the pressure on and catches him, that doesn't suit Corey so well.
So we enter the final minute of the final round as the referee just pulls them apart once again. A slight stumble from Collier, but...
Yeah, it seems that Corey's best success comes in the last minute. That was a good two shots landed from Corey there. I think he's fine. The boy, Jack, he's got his gloves up. He'll continue the rest of the round.
Yeah, Collier, good to continue. 30 seconds left in this bout. Perhaps Jones can sense he may be onto something.
Corey's a very, very fit lad. You know, his strength is often that last minute of a round, shipping some good body shots in. You know, Jack has a very good start to the rounds, but Corey just seems to be finished them much stronger.
Yeah, you can see that fitness shine through at the moment. Still dancing on his feet. Lightning hands from the boy in blue. Final 5 seconds. He's got his glove in the air. Does Corey Jones? He thinks he has it done. We'll have to wait and see, of course, on the judge's decision, but another fantastic fight.
Yeah, another really good bout from both boys. You know, you can't definitely can't take any away from either of them. I think they both had a little bit of success in there. I just think in the end, Corey just had that little bit of experience, that bit of fitness towards the end. But Jack put a very good account of himself and was having his own success within each round, especially in the first minute. So, yeah, something for maybe Corey to work on and Jack to be really pleased with in that bout.
Yeah, once again, another great advert for amateur boxing here in Wales. As the crowd applaud both men in the ring, we will eagerly wait now for the judge's decision.
The winner of bout number 2 at the 54 kilo 2024 Elite Welsh Champion by a unanimous decision in the blue corner, Corey Jones.
Yeah, it's nice. First senior title for Corey. He's obviously really happy to get that. And yeah, it's a big thing for you in Wales, win your first senior title. So yeah, well done to Corey and well done to Jack as well. He put a really good account of himself in that, and it's hard to lose in the final, hey?
I'm absolutely sure, but congratulations to Corey Jones from Mylor Boxing Club. A big hug by his coaches on the sideline. And wow, 4 times national champion coming into this one, and add a senior title to that list. That's 5 times for the young man. What a performance by him in his first senior national championship final. Don't forget Jack Collier, of course, the 19-year-old from Swansea. great account of himself there. Fantastic work from him, but it was the decision that goes to the blue corner, and congratulations once again to Corey Jones.
Kyle Owen and Morgan Hopkins to the ring, please.
I forgot, I was meant to put a wristband for my boyfriend. I forgot. Go check it with me everything.
I can't even comment, you're just doing it, like you're so good, you're covering everything. Valley. Kyle Owen, bit of experience here last year, came runner-up, silver medal in the Nationals at Sport Wales, and Morgan Hopkins, his first time boxing in this competition.
Number 3, 57 kilo is between in the red corner representing Holyhead, ABC, Kyle Owen. Boxing in the blue corner representing Liberty Valley, ABC, Morgan Hopkins. Owen in the red corner, Hopkins in the blue corner, 3 by 3-minute rounds.
So here we go then in the 57 kilogram classification. Kyle Owen, silver last year in the Nationals, incidentally was not in the senior category either. He lost to Corey Jones, who we just saw in the 54 kilograms. So whilst Kyle does have experience in this competition, not in the senior category, he did win on split decision in the semi-final though last week. Morgan Hopkins, on the other hand, been boxing for around 4 years. Says he likes the technical side of boxing. Calls it the thinking man's sport, more than just a physical encounter. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So it's they say it's a physical game of chess, isn't it? So, yeah, all different styles. If he likes it, he's a bit of a boxer, but he's having good success. Is Morgan? He's landed the jab well. Just rushing a little bit when he gets on the inside, though, sort of punching before he's ready. But no, it's good use of the jab. He's had a good range of shots going. He's had a strong start to the round. I think the boy in red just needs to try and establish his own jab. You know, he's not really found his range just yet. He's sort of been dictated to by the boy in blue, so a little bit messy in places, but we'll see now.
Yeah, perhaps nerves. Neither of these individuals fought in the seniors division before, so maybe a few nerves coming into it. A little bit scrappy at the start, and hopefully they can get into their rhythm and we'll see an encounter to the levels of the previous few bouts.
Yeah, it's a big night for these boxers. You know, it's a big thing winning your Welsh Fest, especially like you said, your first senior Welsh Fest as well. But yeah, at the moment the boy in blue is just having more success, probably at all ranges. You know, outlawing on the inside. The boy in red actually is much better on the inside than the boy in blue. But yeah, I think Hopkins is having great success at range, and he's picking his shots well.
Yeah, Hopkins has come down to 57 kilograms. Now he's a senior. Does that play into anything at all, moving across weight classifications?
You say he's come down?
He has, yes.
Yeah, so he might have just been at a weight category that was too big from before. You can see he's the bigger of the two in the ring. He's at least the rangier fighter. It's what suits you. Some people can go down too low and it costs them their performance and their energy in the ring. But also if you're boxing at a weight category that's too high, that's not so great either. You know, you're fighting size and strength and whatnot. But he seems to be doing very well. He's definitely full of energy, and he's having the greatest success. I think the boy in red now just holding a little bit on the inside. He's getting caught. Just got to be careful not to get told off for holding here. But yeah, very, very busy first round from both boxers. Boy in blue, Hopkins, he's just forcing the pace a little bit. And yeah, just got to get the boy red's going to have a warning for his head now, I think.
Yeah, a few words from the referee before these final 5 seconds take place.
Yeah, good first round from both boxers. But yeah, in the boy in blue, Morgan Hopkins had the success really in that round. Probably be a 5-0 round to him. Success at long range, but also inside. Boy in red, Kyle, he had good success on the inside. He landed a few shots, but he was just being picked to the punch all the time, really.
So this is the first time this evening we've seen a first round be so, I don't want to say one-sided, but maybe slightly more one-sided to an individual. How do you think then Kyle Owen will have to respond?
I think it's competitive. I think Boy in Red's doing well. He's put a good account of himself. I think he just needs to find his straight shots a little bit more. He's waiting before he's letting his own straight shots go and allowing Morgan just to let his jab and catch him on the way in. Don't get me wrong, the Boy in Red still having success. He just needs that little bit more to let his straight shots go. And we'll see how he comes out now this next round.
Yeah, of course, Owen, silver in the Nationals here last year. He will not be wanting silver again, that's for sure. He'll be looking for the gold medal. There's only one space on the podium at the top, and he's got 2 rounds to find his way there.
Yeah, Morgan's got a good jab, actually. Good jab, and his backhand flows off that. When he's using that, he seems to set up everything else, and it seems to offset the rhythm there of Kyle. Kyle's falling in a little bit, so he comes over his front foot, which just means he's a little bit open. Brings his chin down, but he has some success there. Just needs to punch along a bit more, slip off to the side. There we go, he had a bit more success there as well. Jab is key here for Morgan. You know, when he lands his jab, everything else like there comes off it. Just like to see a few more straight shots from the boy in red. I think that would help him with his range, and then allow his body shots to come off as well.
Yeah, with so many of these bouts ending up going to judges' decision, how important are ticking along with those body shots, keeping the points coming in?
Yeah, body shots really, the judges, I meant to say, they don't always score them, but they really slow your opponent down. If you can land some good body shots, you know, if you've not been hit with one, you wouldn't understand, but it can just really take, a good body shot can really take the stuffing out of you and change the course of a fight. When you've landed a good body shot, you can see your opponent slow and then land your clean straights and the more eye-catching stuff to the judges. Some judges score body shots a lot more than others, but typically you get a lot more from the head flying back. But body shots, chipping away there, definitely can change the course of a bout.
Yeah, for sure. And in these 3x3 minute rounds, so important to chip away as much as you can. You've got limited time and try and get every single second, scrape every sinew away from your opponent.
This is a very busy round, but I think still the boy in blue is well ahead, but he's losing his shape a little bit now. He just needs to keep his boxing together, what is working, not getting carried away. See, he shipped a few then from Kyle, and his long boxing was working really well for him. So if I was, you know, I'd be coaching him just keep at that, keep moving his feet, keep using his long straight shots. See, there you go. Kyle worked really well on the inside there, and that's what he needs to do more of. He seems to have really good, better success up close. Just needs to be careful of his head.
Yeah, whatever Kyle Owen's coach said to him in the break surely seems to have worked. Come out like a different fighter this round, and
he's definitely having more success. I'm not sure whether he's quite winning the bout, but Morgan's lost his shape a little bit, and it's made it a much closer bout.
And there we go, a much more evenly contested second round. Lots for Morgan Hopkins to go back to his corner and think about. The same can be said for Kyle Owen. Yeah,
definitely. I think Morgan started off the bout as he sort of left the first, but then halfway through it seemed that Kyle gained a little bit of momentum, especially on the inside. So yeah, I'd like to see Morgan go back to his original style of boxing, using his feet, using his long straight shots, and more of the same from Kyle really, as we saw in the last half of that second round.
Well, we'll have to see. One thing's for certain is Morgan Hopkins' coach is certainly the more animated of the two. A little bit of shadow boxing in the corner there for him to worry about, whilst Owen's coach.
Maybe a bit of frustration because he obviously won the first round so clearly and then just got drawn in a little bit in the second round. So he's probably keen for his boxer to go back to what he was originally doing.
Well, let's see if that is the case, Rosie, as the third round's underway. The national championship is on the line for the 57 kilograms. And it seems to be slightly more frantic, a few more arms swinging.
Yeah, to be fair, it was the right start from the boy in red. He got caught a little bit then, but he put Morgan under pressure straight away and had his success similar to what he did at the end of the last round. When he seems to put the pressure on Morgan, Morgan throws quite wild, almost without thinking. So if I was coaching the boy in red, I'd encourage him to keep putting that pressure on, let his hands go. Morgan doesn't need to be there. His long straight shots were working lovely for him, but it could be a bit of fatigue, a bit of tiredness now. Gets drawn in. His speed has definitely gone. Yeah, he got caught another good shot then. Both boys looking tired now. Swinging a little bit there, boxing is sort of, a boxer's gone. Morgan stopped using his jab, which was so key for him in the first round.
Yeah, the intensity of this one starting to show. A little over a minute and a half to go, and both boxers have really left everything out there so far. They can't afford to tire now. Not with what's at stake. Not with a minute and a half to go. Time to see who can dig the deepest, who wants it more.
That's it. Good shot there, landed by Morgan, another good shot. Just needs to tidy his work up a little bit. He doesn't need to be there. And for Kyle, he used to work there. He's worked hard to get in those positions earlier in the bout. That's it. He needs to be letting his shots go on the inside if he wants a chance of getting the decision in this bout. See, when Morgan uses his jab, he has a lot more success there. Oh, gum shields come out. I think somebody wants a bit of a rest.
To talk us through what happens here then, Rosie. Clock stopped.
Yeah, clock stopped, restarts now, just while the mouthpiece is put back in.
And we're straight back into it.
Straight back in. Yeah, Kyle's definitely getting the better of this round. It's just he's taking shots he shouldn't really be taking. He's just swinging wild and then getting caught when he misses. He just wanted to keep his boxing together, but I think he's done enough to seal this bout, but anything can happen now in this the last minute.
Yeah, anything can happen. 15 to go. Both coaches just as animated as those in the ring. And there it is.
Yeah,
a
both
hug.
boxers definitely left it all in the ring.
Absolutely, a hug from both as they return to their respective corners. Once again, applause from the crowd. They recognise what they've just seen. Two individuals who have left everything out there, as you say, Rosie, and wow, the judges are going to have to think carefully about their decision here, but it looks as though they have made a decision. And let's see whose hand will be held aloft.
Once again, please show your greetings to our boxers. The winner of bout number 3 under 57, being the 2024 Elite Welsh Champion by a split decision. In the blue corner, Morgan Hopkins.
And it's Hopkins who has his hand held high. Morgan Hopkins from Llinvi Valley Boxing Club, your 2024 57 kg Welsh national champion. Another fantastic fight here this evening. Both boxers arguably deserve something for their efforts. They really did leave it all out there. But it is Hopkins who walks away with his head held the highest.
Yeah, he deserved that win. I think he'd like to probably have carried it on how it started in the first round. But as you said, you've got another person across the ring who has another idea. And Kyle definitely really dug deep, gave a really good of account of himself. Just wasn't quite enough on the day today, and it was, Morgan's day.
Yeah, all credit to Kyle Owen there. I mean, we saw in the first round, you mentioned perhaps it really was Hopkins' round, and he came out in the second, and my word, showed why he deserves to be in the final.
Definitely, yeah, he had a really good account of himself, he really dug in. Both boxers were really tired. Both liners had their own successes and landed good shots, but it was just, Morgan was just that little edge above today.
Yeah, we can see them on the podium on our screen now, and they really do look shattered, but there's no rest for us up here in the gantry, Rosie, because the next bout is about to be underway. Of course, we're looking at the 57 kilogram once again. This time, it's the females. And wow, out first, in the red gloves, in the ring, Jessica Hulse from Cumgorsh. Whilst in the blue corner tonight, Carmen Lynch from Porthcawl and Pyle. As the music bellows out around this arena, so does the applause for both boxers. Head guards are put on in their corners, and we've got yet another fantastic bout ahead of us. Here we go then. Jessica Hulse in the red. She won the Welsh Champs in 2019 in the 54 kilogram classification. Whilst Carmen Lynch comes into this one. She's in the women's development program here. And did also win silver in the under 52 kilogram National Association of Boys and Girls Club Championship 2023. Bit of a mouthful, but a silver medal nonetheless.
Yeah, I've seen Carmen as part of the development squad more recently. I've had a limited involvement so far. But no, she's a talented, she's a tall, rangy boxer. I don't know how she made 52. But yeah, it'd be nice to see. I don't know much about the girl in red, so it'd be really interesting to see how this bout plays out now.
Big support tonight for Carmen Lynch. We did speak with Jessica Hulse before this one. She did say she was slightly optimistic going into it. Of course, every boxer will back themselves.
Right.
That's for sure, and you have to at this level. But
yeah,
six
Carmen's been around. Carmen's been around, so it's a good little target on her back, and it's a big win for the girl in red coming onto the scene. So let's see how this plays out now.
Yeah, coming into this one, Hulse has 6 fights, 5 wins, and she'll be looking to continue that winning record. Add another victory to her name.
Yeah, clearly the girl in red, she's a bit of a pressure fighter, but at the moment she's sort of swinging, she's coming in, her head's low, she's to get her head up and box her way in. Carmen's very long. Carmen just used to use her long straight shots, that jab, and see how she settles into the fight. Definite big size difference here. Yeah, the early success is definitely coming from Carmen. As she allows the girl in red just to fall short, she's picking up on the jab. Don't think she needs to move feet just as much. I think she can. That was a slip there.
Yeah, slight tumble from Hulse, but no damage done. Straight back up on her feet and a wry smile on her face.
Yeah. She's got to be careful going red. She's punching blind. It's a bit of inexperience, you can see in her. She's obviously done really well in initial steps, but this is a big step up for her, and she's got to learn how to box her way in, look where she's punching. That wasn't bad effect for her. Yeah, she's calmed it down a bit now to see her box her way in rather than just leaning in and throwing punches. I'd like to see a little bit more from Carmen. She's using her jab and is moving relatively comfortably, but I'd like to see her up the gears and pick her shots a little bit more rather than just waiting all the time. A bit more use of the jab. There you go, that was fun. There's a vast difference in experience here between the two girls, and I'd like to see that shine through now, maybe from Carmen. You know, a bit more used to the straight shots, a bit more quality. Yeah, obviously she's finding this relatively comfortable at the moment, but I'd like to see her excel on that and do a really good job, put on a really good show. For me, at the moment, she's just waiting that little bit too long. She's got good shape, but I'd like to see her popping that jab out that little bit more. But it's only the first round, so let's wait and see.
Absolutely plenty of time to go, as you say, and perhaps that experience will pay dividends. Not rushing into things, Carmen Lynch, just taking her time, waiting for the opportunity.
Yeah, and she slowed the girl in red down. The girl in red came out, throwing loads of shots, bundling forward. She obviously has gained a bit of respect of Jessica. Maybe Jessica's felt her shots, and now she's less inclined to come bundling forwards, throwing shots wild. She's obviously thinking about her work a little bit more, trying to work out how to get in, which is, again, a learning curve. You know, stepping up the level is important.
Yeah, certainly been an interesting round so far as we approach the last 5 seconds. And there's the bell. Carmen Lynch will go back to her corner. And interesting to note, her dad is her coach, Shane Lynch. And boxing obviously runs in the family because Carmen's sister, her younger sister, is also a boxer, Tia.
So yeah, boxing family. Interesting dynamic, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd like to sit around the dinner table
no.
after a loss for anyone in that family, but not sure who's in the losing position so far. Fairly equally contested?
No, I'd say Carmen comfortably won that round. Saying that, I think she could have shone a little bit more. I think Gillen Red, she gave a real good go. You know, she's just lacking that bit of experience at the moment, but she tried to put that pressure on. She did adjust, got her head up and stopped throwing us wild. I'd like to see her going in with the jab a little bit more, double jab backhand up and down. But there's a gap in experience here, and from Carmen, I'd like to see, you know, a bit more spite in the shots. You know, trying to hurt the girl, trying to win with class rather than just do enough to win, which would be nice to see from her.
And we'll have to see if that is the case then, as the second round is signified to start by the bell.
It's nice one-two land from Carmen, but she gives up her ground a little bit much. I think, you know, put the girl on the end of her shots, look to work. It's a busier start from her.
Yeah, and as they approach this near side, you can really see the height advantage that Lynch has.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, I'm not sure how she made the weight category before. She's a very long, rangy boxer. I'd like to really see her use that more. You know, when there's a bit of a difference in experience, it's a chance to, you know, hone your skills really more and really practice good use of the jab, good use of your long shots when you're under a bit less pressure. And it's a Welsh final. And
absolutely.
Not taking anything away from Jessica, you know, she's really having a good account of herself. She's trying to put that pressure on, but it's a hard job with someone who's so much bigger than you and that little bit more experience than yourself as well. They almost look like they belong in different weight categories.
If you were Jessica then, in these situations, I'm sure you fought people taller, longer reach,
yes.
Something like that. What is the game plan? How do you approach?
Depends on your style, but she clearly is a pressure fighter. If I was coach, she had a little go then of mixing up the going up and down to the body, you know, coming off the line rather than coming in straight lines. With Carmen, I've been trying to put the pressure on her, jab up, jab down, let your shots go over the top. For me, Jessie's throwing a lot of single shots and not getting her feet in range before letting her hands go, which means she's just getting picked off with that jab, really. But this is, as I said, a learning curve. She's having some success, and this is a great learning fight for her. And she's tidied her work up. You know, she's falling in a little bit less as the fight goes on. You know, she's trying to push in the double jab there. You know, good, nice shots there landing from Carmen. I just want to see a little bit more of it. See how she's giving up a bit of ground then to the rope that she probably didn't need to give. She could have spun around her, used the jab and worked off that a little bit more rather than being happy with that jab and giving up the ground. That was nice work there from her, but then she's given up the ground a little bit. Don't think she needs to, but you know, she's winning the bout and she's comfortable. She might just be going through the motions in there.
Screams from the crowd below us of use the jab, Carmen.
There we go. Yeah, and to be fair, they're saying the right things. Box at the centres. You know, she doesn't need to give up ground against this girl. Lovely little shots like there. See, I'd like to see more of that. I think she's got that in her, even though she's clearly more of a counter puncher. I think she can practice and go first as well. But another clear round for Carmen there. But good effort made by the girl in red.
Yeah, we talk about obviously Lynch having the reach advantage and the height. Do you think credit there, therefore, to Jessica Hulse for the fact that she's perhaps not allowed that to come through?
Definitely, I think, well, you know, for example, I've often boxed upper weight category and you've got to contend with someone bigger. But that's an experience, you know, being the shorter boxer, it's knowing that tactic, how to get inside that range. It's not easy. And as I said, this girl's only had 6 bouts, you know, that is all to be learned. So you can't take anything away from her. She hasn't learned how to do that. She's learning in there. She'll go back to her gym and she'll make adjustments. But she's doing well. You can see little glimpses of things that when she's trying to throw the backhand downstairs, but she's just a little bit out of range. It's tricky with someone so much longer who's got that experience on top of that as well. But getting in the ring, you know, credit to her. She's got, you know, experience against her, height, reach, you know, good on her. And she's, you know, she's not doing bad at all.
Yeah, I'm sure Steph Davis, her coach, will be immensely proud of what she's put on so far, and she's even got another round to make him even prouder.
Yeah, she's still forcing the fight. She's still putting that pressure. She's still got that will to win. And she's having little bits of success. You know, and there Carmen's looking to referee, you know, I've been encouraged her there. No, look to work on the inside, allow the referee to break you up. You know, this is all experience of knowing, you know, when to make the most of a situation, when to punch. And this, I mean, these girls are learning, you know, they're learning the ring. They're aiming to win a Welsh title, but it's also a learning bout as well.
As the referee does break them up once again, and
I think that Carmen's always going to struggle with as a boxer in her career. You know, she's long, rangy fighter. People are, you know, she wants to box at her range. So inside, she's got to learn to what to do. You know, she's going to get tied up, and she's got to learn to work there or get back out long or not be in that position in the first place.
And where better a place to do it than on the biggest stage of them all in Wales?
Yeah, she's got great attributes. She's got good feet potential. She's got long limbs. She's got sharp shots. Got to stop looking to the referee though. Yeah, that's better. Carmen's getting more range. She's letting her shots go a bit more. I'd like to have seen more of that throughout the whole bout, but a bit of confidence has grown maybe.
Yeah, Carmen Lynch really showing why she is in the development squad here at Sport Wales, and at only 19, she's shown real maturity in this one.
Yeah, she's got bags of potential. Bags of potential. Just needs to work on these little things now, and look to, you know, even when you're someone who's less experienced, you to look to really shine in these situations. And you spend a lot of time working hard in the gym. You know, let that show what you can do. Show the best of yourself. She's trying different things there. She's trying the uppercut and the backhand over the top. So, you know, good on her. But I don't want to take anything away from the girl in red here. She's given her best account of herself in the ring. It's just she's really up against it today. And, you know, credit to everyone who steps to the ring, especially with someone with the attributes that Carmen has against the experience. So, no, good on her in the last 10 seconds here. Hey, nice little right hand landed from the girl in red there to finish the round. So she can be happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure both boxers can be proud of their attempts in that one, even if it was a slightly different bout than some may have been expecting. But Carmen Lynch really showing what she can offer, and a big high five from her father Shane as she returns to her corner. So it looks like judges have made their decision.
The winner of the 4 and the 57 kilo female 2024 elite Welsh champion by a unanimous decision in the blue corner.
And plenty of the crowd are on their feet for that one. As you suspected, as you predicted, Rosie, it is Carmen Lynch who clinches the title this year. Unanimous decision, and it's hard to say she didn't deserve it, really. Fantastic work from Lynch from start to finish, using her size, using her range, and kudos, of course, given to Jessica Hulse, but well deserved in the end.
No, definitely, and then just go back and look at that and go back to her gym and improve, and I'm sure she'll come back again next year with a point to prove and probably more bouts under her belt, and yeah, more experience, and maybe that'll be a different belt to come.
Yeah, as we just see Lynch giving everyone a hug, picking up members of family and saying hello, and I'm sure thanking coaches and trainers and everyone who's helped her get to this moment. She slowly walks away over to the podium. Big smile on her face. Taking her place on that golden step. A silver medal for Hulse and a gold one for Lynch. So there we have it for the 57 kg female category. And with no time to waste, let's move on to the 60 kg male. It'll be Hegarty against Hickman. Into the ring first in the red corner, we do see Axel Hegarty fighting out of St Joseph's East, Club of the Year in Wales, and Zachary Hickman from Somerton Rascals.
Yeah, Axel's one of our programme boxers. It's his first year senior. He's had some good international success. It's some good international success 2 weeks ago out in Finland. Won his first senior international out there, and yeah, he's a real talent. But again, at the very start of his senior boxing career.
Yeah, Axel Hegarty did have to go through a quarter-final and semi-final to get here. He won unanimous on points in both. On the other hand, Zachary Hickman, he won on split decision in the quarters, and a withdrawal in the semi-final landed him straight into this final bout. So slightly different ways to have gotten here, but they are both here, and this is what it comes down to. You have to put the past in the past, and it's down to the fight right in front of you. Yeah,
both at their place here, and obviously Axel's got a little target on his back. You know, when you compete against a member on the Welsh senior program, you want to prove a point. And I'm sure that's this boy in blue here wants to do. Everyone wants their spot on the senior team, so let's see how he deals with that today. Axel's an awkward boxer. You know, he's very effective at what he does. Long range shots, hard to land. He's quite evasive. Got caught then over the top.
Yeah, good start from Hickman. As you say, Hegarty comes into this with a slight target on his back. With high performance comes that price of everyone knows who you are, everyone wants to be the person who beats you, and he is the Three Nations current champion, Hegarty, and no doubt having that on your CV leads to, once again, other boxers wanting to come in and say, no, I am better than you, I can get one up.
No, definitely, and I think there's a level of pressure. I think being a programme boxer, there's a level of expectation. I think that adds a little bit of pressure coming into Welsh finals. I think when you go away and compete internationally, that's maybe not so strong, but you're expected to win. So it's good to deal with that, you know. And Axel's target at the moment is going to be building into the Commonwealth Games in 2.5 years' time. You know, he's had good success here, but he just needs to be careful not to get caught. You know, like he's clearly well ahead in this round, but he's let the odd shot through.
Yeah, how difficult is it to deal with that pressure without trying to embarrass you too much? I'm sure you've felt it as you've come up through the ranks to get to where you are.
Yeah, I've definitely felt a lot of pressure at different tournaments and contests in my time. A good shot there from Axel. But that's part and parcel, and there's different types of pressure and being able to perform under it, and these are all there's different types. As I said, even though it's the Welsh final and he's boxed at international level, it brings its own set of pressure, and it's good to settle in that and get your boxing going. I mean, it's brilliant to try and go out and win your first senior Welsh title as well. He's relaxing now, Axel. He's landing some good shots. He's moving. He's a slippery customer.
Yeah, he's dancing all over the place, really showing why he is on that elite performance pathway. There we see it again.
Yeah, he's very awkward, and you can see now the boy in blue is really giving his best effort, but he's so hard to land on Axel, and you can definitely see that the boy in blue is struggling to land. You don't really want Axel to find his rhythm either. Once he's got a bit of a rhythm to him, he's becomes harder and harder to land on, and he's just starting to settle into that now. Zachary's having a little bit of success, so off a little slip. He's got to be less predictable. He's going with a lot of single shots. He's got to try and let more than singles go. That's much easier for Axel to counter the single shot. Also, being the first year senior for Axel, he's got to get used to not having a head guard. You know, his head clashes are hard when you first turn senior. Looking after himself like that.
Absolutely, and as the first round comes to a close, I think many may have predicted a unanimous, fantastic performance from Hegarty taking over and dominating his opponent, but not quite so much. A really strong performance from Hickman coming into this one as the underdog.
Yeah, he definitely gave a good account of himself. He definitely put the pressure on, but as the round went on, Axel, you know, he was comfortable. He was comfortable in there, and yeah, as he settles into the fight now, I'd like to see him push on and land more clean shots. But no, a good effort, a good account for himself from Zachary over there. But yeah, I'd say that was a clear round for Axel.
So here comes the second round, and the bell gets this bout back on.
Oh, Axel got caught there with a little shot. Just got to be careful not to get caught. His chin's quite high. He naturally boxes that way, but yeah, a little bit more success at the start of this round for the boy in blue. He wants to draw Axel into a fight, and at the start of this round he has done that a little bit. You know, if he lets Axel box, it's to his game, and by looks like he's trying to put the pressure on and draw him into a bit more of a brawl than a boxing match. Just getting a bit untidy here. Let's see Axel go back on his jab a little bit. Those shots are what Axel wants to be landing, those nice long straight shots. But similarly to the round before, the best part of the round was the first minute for the boy in blue. Axel just needs to make sure he has a strong last 2 minutes here. He's getting drawn into a bit more of the boy in blue's game at the moment. He's making it a bit closer than it probably needs to be.
Yeah, perhaps a tactic that Hickman and his coach have decided on, knowing who they're up against in this one. Try and draw Axel Hegarty into their game rather than let Hegarty do what he's good at.
They're definitely having a bit more success with that this round. Definitely having that bit more success. See, Axel's head movement's brilliant there, but then he's just smothering his own work, I think, eager to get those shots back that go from the first minute, whereas Axel just needs to box his fight, really. Box his fight, nice long, straight shots, clean shots, good head movement.
Lots of animation from the coaches in the blue corner. Are they sensing something? from down ringside?
Yeah, I think so. They can sense that a little bit of control that Axel had in the first round is sort of diminished a little bit. For sure, it's just becoming more of the other boys' fight, and Axel's actually moving on to the backhand a little bit. No, it's not a clear round either way, but it'd be expected that Axel would make that a little bit cleaner. That was much more competitive round, and we'll see how the judges see it.
Yeah, all credit there goes to Zachary Hickman. As we said many times now, he knows the opponent he's up against this evening, and he's really putting a good account of himself out there in the ring, especially in that second round.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously maybe him being a little bit older, he knows that the youth of Axel, try and put a bit more of that man strength on him maybe, and try and upset his rhythm. He definitely had more success doing that in the second round. Obviously, as we said from the balcony, it's harder to see how clean the shots are. But we could definitely see that the boy in blue had more success than he did in the first. So, if I was in Axel's corner, I wanted to get back to his boxing, clean boxing, not get drawn in, and keep that good head movement going. Also be conscious of moving onto the opponent's backhand. He's often been moving that way and just getting caught. Not really clean, but he is getting caught with the backhand of the opponent.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier, it is Axel Hegarty's first year as a senior. That isn't to say he can go all the way. We have seen Corey Jones do it this evening in an earlier round in a lighter weight class. His first year as a senior, he added a national championship to his CV, and Hegarty no doubt will be looking to do the same, really wanting it.
That was initially a good start of the round for Axel, but he's getting caught with that backhand a little bit. I went to see him more off his jab and moving around to his right that little bit more. He had a good start to the round, but then, as I said, that he took a couple of shots.
Yeah, commentator's curse.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, Axel.
I'm sure he'll forgive you.
Boy in blue is having some success here, and he actually just got to be careful. Watch that backhand coming over the top.
Yeah, lovely few strikes from Hickman.
Yeah, nice combination there, landing from Axel.
Yeah, this final round hotting up a little bit. You can see how much the national championship crown means to both. The crowd becoming a little bit more invested.
Yeah, he just needs to move him left and right a little bit more, come off the line. When Axel looks at angles, he has much more success there with that little lead hand uppercut. Just come off an angle a little bit more. The boy has less idea of what to do with him then.
That evasiveness coming through once again for Hegarty.
Yeah, when he does that, it looks so much clearer, and he looks much more dominant. So if he can carry that on to the end of this round, he should have sealed the victory. But as we've seen, the boy in blues has had some success. Just a little bit messy, really. This isn't the clean bout that probably Axel was looking for. But as I said, there's two of them in there, and one obviously they both want to win. They both have a game plan.
Yeah, and perhaps Hickman growing in confidence minute by minute as he sees more and more opportunity for him to be crowned the victor, as opposed to that first round.
Yeah, good jab there from Axel. He shoots a bit more of that jab.
No doubt both feeling the strain of this one. I'm sure both are feeling the fatigue as we approach the last 20 seconds, but they can't give up now. This is where it all counts. This is what it comes down to. Title on the line. That gold medal can only go to one of them. Hegarty will want it. His first year as a senior. Hickman will crave it. Last 2 seconds, and there's the bell. What an encounter. Not gone the way many would have anticipated. I'm sure Hegarty is happy with his performance, but wow, Hickman gave it his all, and really strong performance from himself as well.
Yeah, definitely. He really stepped up and gave a good account of himself there, especially after the first round. The first round was quite one-sided. But we'll have to wait and see what how the judges see it.
Once again, shooting pictures from the boxes, please. Before they announce the winner of round number 5, the referee would like to congratulate both boxers on an excellent performance. winner of bout number 5 under 60 kilo 2024 elite Welsh champion by a unanimous decision. In the red corner,
And as you predicted, the hand of Hegarty is lifted. He is your 2024 60 kilogram national champion here in Wales. An incredible performance from Hickman coming into this one against a national centre athlete here, against someone on that elite performance pathway, the current Three Nations champion. Such an accomplished boxer, Axel Hegarty, and Zachary Hickman can really hold his head high, that is for sure. But as we've said many times, there can only be one winner. It is Hegarty this time, and he'll be happy with that one, and a deserved victory in the end.
Definitely.
Rosie,
Definitely
if you
first-
can
sorry,
just
I was
about...
choking on my water. Yeah, no, he'd be pleased to see his first senior title again. So, yeah, good win for Axel, but a really, really good performance from the boy in blue. He gave everything. He really was far behind in that first round, and he gave Axel something to think about throughout that bout. So, yeah, good bout for the boys.
boxers according Casey and Jamie Howard to the ring, please.
So here we go then. We roll on to the next one. About 63.5 kg. Macaulay Casey, Jamie Howard. In the red corner then, it will be Casey fighting out of Apollo's, and Howard dons the blue gloves. He comes from Clwyd Boxing Gym, and both came through the quarterfinals with an opponent withdrawal. Casey in the semis, won in the second round, and it was a split decision win for Jamie Howard that got him through to the final, the 22-year-old. I'm sure he'd be happy with a split decision, unanimous decision, or any kind of decision in his favour, because this is the gold medal match. This is the one they want. This is why they're here.
63.5 kilos between, in the red corner representing Apollo's ABC, Macaulay Casey. Boxing in the blue corner representing Brilliant ABC, Jamie Howard. Casey in the red corner, Howard in the blue corner, 3 by 3-minute rounds.
Here we go then.
So yeah, you see a bit of a range advantage from the boy in blue. Long-limbed, got the height advantage. At the moment, he's boxing well on the move. He's moving well, using his jab. Clearly, the man in red, he's the pressure fighter, and he's trying to close that gap down. Good inside work there for the man in red.
Oh, lovely few shots there from Howard. And again. But he is forced back into his corner.
Yeah, Howard just needs to keep it long here, use his range. He's given up a bit of ground to the ropes a little bit too soon. I'd like to see him just a half a foot away from the ropes at least, and use his jab. He's just falling short a bit with the backhand there. He was having good success with the jab. Just keep picking him with that, and then as he comes forward, let that backhand go.
You talk about trying to stay away from the ropes, you know, a certain distance. How difficult is it when you get forced back and pinned?
Depends on your style. I'd probably be the other way around. My back's rarely on the rope, but you know, the ones that want to move and counterpunch, they want to use more of the ring and move around the end. But obviously, if you get backed up to rope, you become square, and there's little places to move there. So it takes a lot of skill to be able to box very well off the rope. Whereas where he is now is a good position. He can just skim round. He can move left. He can move right. You know, the man in red here just needs to go up and go down a little bit more, you know, a little stab to the body, then come over the top, just so he comes off the line a little bit, and then let his hands go. You know, this is the range he wants, the man in red, to be able to let his hands go on the inside. You know, he's got to work hard to get there and then make the most of it. That's better from the boy in blue there.
Yeah,
good,
a bit more
that
pressure.
range is what he needs. Keep the long shots going, long straight shots.
Yeah, they're flying in now from Jamie Howard. Lovely work from that man.
Yeah, Jamie just needs to not panic. Lovely little uppercut. He just settle down when he gets his range, not to let him go wild like that. He should just sit on his shots and let him go with a bit more thought. That was good from him though. Strong performance. The boy in blue is actually now the boxer on the front foot, and he's actually having good success.
Yeah, we've seen Jamie Howard grow into this one. As we say that, they do swap positions and back up against the ropes he goes, but using his long reach to his advantage.
Good shot landed there by the man in red. Good final shot landed by the man in red there by Macaulay. However, I'd say, you know, that round, I would give that round to the boy in blue. I just encourage him to use more of those straight long shots. You know, he doesn't need to be backed up against the rope. His greatest success was actually when he was, you know, boxed that little bit on the front, the little bit of front foot pressure off the jab. You know, whereas the man red, I'd say, you know, to a nice tight guard, jab up, jab down, and close that distance, and then really let your hands go. That's when you'll have the success on the inside in the close range work.
Yeah, another good first round here at the National Championship Finals. Really have been treated to some great boxing across the evening so far, and this is just another showcase of that.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good first round, a competitive first round again. And yeah, let's see how they adjust and come out for the second.
So both are called back to the middle. The bell goes. Let's see what the second round has on offer.
Yeah, strong start there for the man in blue again. Just like to see him keep starting off the jab. Everything off the jab for the boy in blue would be good. Lovely. He's changing his shots as well now. He's going up, going downstairs. That's it. Jamie just needs to keep popping that jab out, keeping him off balance. So when he doesn't do anything for a while, and then that's when Macaulay comes in and has his success on the inside.
Yeah, that long left of Howard has been the difference maker for him so far, but there's an exchange.
As well. Lovely uppercut. He's having good success with that left hand to the body. He's actually got a good array of shots in his arsenal there. That uppercut as well is nice. You just got to be careful that nothing comes over the top. Start everything off the jab. Macaulay's come a little bit unstuck this round. He's been, you know, sort of victim to a lot of straight shots of the man in blue. Yeah, he's bundling forward with his head down. He was punching his way in a little bit more in the earlier rounds. A bit of fatigue setting in, and maybe those long shots and the body shots that the man in blue's had probably maybe getting to him a little bit and slowed him down. He's definitely less effective on the inside, and now the taller man is actually having the greater inside success. It's a very good round for Jamie.
Yeah, only 22 years old, Jamie Howard, so plenty of time ahead of him, but it'd be great, I'm sure, to get his first championship here tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's well on his way.
Yeah, he has a nice slot for a long-limbed lad. He's got a nice shot selection. I don't think he needs to be there. I think he can keep it all long range, but he does actually work quite well on the inside for someone who's so tall. That uppercut seems to work really well for him. It's becoming a little bit of an uphill task now for Macaulay Casey. He's losing the fight at all ranges now, and just coming a little bit unstuck.
Yeah, we saw Howard, especially in the last few moments, that uppercut whilst up close to Casey, really coming through a few more times. And as you say, he's just got to be careful he doesn't let this one escape from him.
Yeah, definitely. The momentum definitely shifted in that round. Then I think, at first it was the close-up work he was having success was Macaulay Casey. He was getting his success up close and was catching Jamie. However, Jamie Howard's now adjusted. He's had success at long range, at mid-range, at short range. But I don't think he needs to be there. I think he can keep it long, keep it off his jab. But the uppercut's lovely. It's really landing. I think Casey doesn't really know what to do with him at the moment.
So as they're called back to the middle of the ring, what do you think Macaulay Casey's coach may be saying along the lines of, in that red corner, if you do feel like your man is behind, how does he get back into this one?
Yeah, he's got to close that range down and let his hands go. Like there, he needs to still jab his way in. He can't be swinging wild, but jab his way in, up and down to the body, and then really let his shots go when he gets there on the inside. Go in behind a jab, but he's going to have quick hands, quick feet. He's having a good go, but yeah, here he's just getting a little bit ragged. He's trying to maybe a little bit too hard at the moment. He's swinging a little bit wild. But the head movement is good. He's got to use that head movement, but then punch off it.
Yeah, it's that fine line between wanting to leave it all in
There's
the
that
ring
uppercut
and
again, having a go. That went far away.
Wanting to leave it all in the ring and overdoing it and leaving yourself open. And it's crucial that Casey finds that balance.
That was good there. When he was there, he let his hands go, landed about 2 or 3 shots. He needs to definitely let more of that go now in this round.
As Howard keeps his distance for a few moments.
Lovely uppercut from Howard there, but he's got to be careful. I think he needs to just go more on his jab. I know he's a success with that uppercut, but be busy off the long straight stuff. That's what was setting everything up for him. Don't go looking for that backhand first. Go and establish that jab and then let all the other shots come off it. Good. It's nice work there again from Howard. Yeah, he's always really let shots go. Yeah, that was a very just count there from the ref.
Yeah, fantastic work from Howard, piling the pressure on now.
He has much more success when he punches first and he keeps him on the end of that jab. The rest of his shots just seem to flow off it. So when he starts with that backhand, he just comes in a little bit square then. Sometimes the count doesn't allow the box, he's maybe trying to force it now thinking he can get the stoppage. And he's lost a little bit of his boxing as Howard, but he's sort of seen blood a little bit, got all tied up together. There you go, lovely jab, lovely body shot.
Yeah, Casey perhaps looking like he may be feeling it. A little tired now as a few more shots are landed by Howard. Forcing Casey up against the ropes.
Yeah, Howard he did some brilliant work then, just smothered his own work, but that's a little bit of experience, knowing how to push him back and then just keep that gap so he can continue to let his shots go. Lovely shot there as well. I think he hurt him with that shot.
Yeah, and here comes Howard again.
I'll be surprised if we see another count.
Plenty of punches without retaliation. It's one-way traffic for the time being. Jamie Howard is finishing this round very strongly and finishing this bout very strongly as well.
Yeah.
As the fighters embrace in the middle, Howard seems to be the more confident, a firm fist bump to his coach in the corner, and he can be very happy with how that one ended up.
Yeah, very strong finish from the boy in blue. Yeah, really, really strong finish to seal that with a count in the last round as well. Yeah, brilliant performance, and again, credit to the man in red. You know, he kept going, he dug in deep there. He had really good success in the first round. He just bit of fitness, and also the size and the shot selection of Howard was just a little bit too much for him, but definitely put a good account of himself in there.
The winner of bout number 6 and the 2024 Elite 63.5 kilo Welsh champion by a unanimous decision in the blue corner, Jamie Howard.
And there is confirmation for Jamie Howard, a unanimous decision and a deserved one, it must be said. Used his size to good advantage, used that reach, and certainly finished very, very strongly. Macaulay Casey, of course, kudos to him. Fantastic work to get here, to be part of this, to be in the final at the National Champions, but it seemed to be just that one step too far, and Jamie Howard controlled the fight from start to finish. Fantastic work from that young man. The 22-year-old gets the National Championship added to his record. Another win for that man, and a medal that will hang around his neck with pride as he approaches the podium first.
Just realised actually in the 63.5 kilo category is a very, very tall 63.5 kilo boxer. So yeah, very good long range. So yeah, good, well done to him there.
Yeah, we see him have a few photos taken, revel in the moment. These finals only come round once a year, and he can take pride in the fact that they are his. But on to the next one. Bout 7 of the evening, the 67 kilogram classification. In the red corner it will be Ryan Fry. In the blue corner, Billy Jones. I'll tell you what, Rosie, the music's got the crowd on their feet, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of support for the boy in blue in this bout. As he walked out, there was a good cheer. So it was either that or the music, you're right.
Yeah, and that man in blue, Billy Jones from Llandudno. Now, forgive my Welsh pronunciation if that is wrong.
It wasn't far off, to be fair.
Ryan Fry from a slightly easier to pronounce Briton Ferry Boxing Club, but either way, no matter how it's pronounced, that's where they're from, and that's who they're fighting for this evening. As you said, lots of support below us in the stands as the referee goes over the final few checks of Billy Jones.
Number 7, 67 kilo is between in the red corner representing Britain Frederick ABC, Ryan McFly. In the blue corner representing Llandudno ABC, Billy Jones. Fly in the red corner, Jones in the blue corner, 3 by 3-minute rounds.
Well, it sounded like half of this arena have come to see Ryan Fry. Huge support from the crowd for both of these men. And Rosie, how much of an impact does the crowd have on you? If there are plenty in your corner, or perhaps plenty in the opponent's corner?
It depends, really. Probably experience affects that. You know, sometimes when you're in a crowd that's cheering someone else's shots, if they're landing or not landing, sometimes it can make you feel forced to punch. And as I said, experience plays a big role. When I was younger, I was definitely more affected by a crowd than I would be now. But when you really want to win, that's probably when the crowd affects you the most. So, yeah, some people thrive off it, and some people don't. So we'll see what happens in this bout.
Yeah, we'll have to see who thrives off of the crowd, because either way, the crowd will be making an impact on this one. Huge support, lots of noise. It's what we love to see here in Sport Wales.
No one's really found their range just yet. Again, it's a southpaw orthodox combination. The distance is a little bit more. You know, a few shots missing from both boxers. Often it takes a little bit longer to find your range with a southpaw. At the moment, you go the boxing red, southpaw stance. He's obviously on the outside of the ring. Landed a good 1-2 there, a good backhand down the middle.
Yeah, Fry with another couple strikes in there and evading Jones's retaliation.
Jones is just giving him a little bit much time at the moment. You know, Fry's landing the backhand to the body, the backhand to the head now. Jones has got to probably, well, there you go, good jab off Jones. He's got to let his hands go. He can't throw in single shots. Southpaws are good at countering. And good success there from Fry again. Yeah, Fry's definitely got a bit of range on him as well with that looping backhand. He's not hitting him super clean, but he is landing that backhand down the middle, and I think 1 for 1 there.
Yeah, it does seem as though Fry may be getting the upper hand, just landing a couple strikes and then evading, as we see there.
Yeah, Jones is just a little bit out of range. He had more success when we went first with 2 to 3 shots, but at the moment he's just being picked off and pipped to that punch each time. There's not a lot in it. But Fry's just having that little bit more success. Jones is just standing on the end of Fry's range and is just getting caught with those the more eye-catching shots, and is just out of range with his. And that, for me, that's sealing the round at the moment for the man in red. Yeah, that lead hand hook. Textbook southpaw shot. He's just having that success as the boy in blue falls short. He's landed that lead hook over the top, and for me, the start of the round was close, but for me, Fry came into that, and yeah, the man in red, I'd say, won that round quite well.
Yeah, Ryan Fry from Britain Ferry Boxing Club. His semi-final win was a split decision. Billy Jones, on the other hand, unanimous in his semi-final. Incidentally, the quarter-final for Jones was a second-round KO. A knockout in the second round got him through that first. You
can tell he's a strong boxer, but at the moment, you know, the evasiveness is throwing him a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out and puts more shots together and puts more pressure on him. At the moment, Fry's just got the time to think. He's got the time to throw those nice single, clean southpaw shots, and he's just getting pipped to the punch. So I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out and puts that pressure on now this round.
Let's see if that is the case then, Rosie. There's the belt. And it looks as if the evasive Ryan Fry is continuing where he left off.
Yeah, a bit more pressure though from the man in blue. He had a little bit of success at the start of the round. His feet are a little bit slow at the moment. He's got to, if he's going to go, he's got to go and go with intent. A few more feints would be good, you know, make the man in red react to something, kid him a little bit, and then go. He's just coming off just a little bit second best right now. There's not a lot in it, but he's having a little bit of success. He's just quite deliberate at the moment, the man in blue. He's very deliberate. The Fry seems to know what's coming and is able to time him. There's a few more fainting shots from the man in blue would probably disguise his attacks a little bit better. There you go, Fry snapped the head back there again of Jones. Saying that it's a competitive bout, they're both in it.
Yeah, it really is competitive. That's certainly the word to use, Rosie.
1 for 1 there, but obviously the headshot landed there from Jones.
And as we said at the start of this one, the crowd ferocious, amped up beneath us.
Yeah, Jones really struggles with this lateral movement of Fry. You know, as he moves him left and right, he seems to have a success then. He moves him left, moves him right, and then he lands with a good shot. Jones got to stop following him. and really let his shots go twice. Often he's going in one phase, he's throwing one set of shots and then he's backing off. He's got to look to go again, come again. See that lead hook again, that success from Fry.
Fry just ticking over those body shots.
Fry's lateral movement is good here. He's having Jones miss. He's making him punch off balance. He's almost landing, but it's very tiring to be missed as well. It's very unrewarding, and it makes you lose your confidence. See another shot there, miss from Jones. It's frustrating. He's got to try and cut the man off a bit more. Quick feet, and then let his hands go. At the moment, he's letting him drift. That wasn't bad, but he didn't capitalise on it. Didn't go again. So if he'd gone once more, he maybe would have had a little bit more success. He's given Fry that bit much time to drift and land those nice single shots. Tie him up now, and smart performance from the man in red, very smart.
Yeah, and as he returns to his corner, that man, Ryan Fry, no doubt happy, his coach no doubt happy once again with the second round. It's by no means a done contest, that's for sure.
No, it's supposed to be frustrating there for Jones in blue. He's not quite got the right tactics to get to him and let his hands go. He's given his best, but it's just the tactics to try to cut off the opponent a little bit quicker and going with two phases rather than just the one phase. You know, he gets to him in the one phase and then he doesn't quite capitalise on it. Whereas our man in red there, Fry, he's pipping him on the shots. He's just making him fall that little bit short, picking up with the jab, picking up with the backhand or the lead hook, and just beating him to the punch and letting him fall short, really. But you know, good boxing, good use of the ring, good use of his lateral movement. And yeah, I'd say he's probably 2 rounds up here.
2 rounds up. More of the same then, could you imagine,
Definitely.
is the message to Ryan Fry?
Yeah, definitely. And I wouldn't be surprised if, again, the man in blue tries to up it again here. But it's wherever he can, he might just be so awkward. The feeling of missing is not very nice, and it can make you lose your confidence.
Well,
That's
let's find out.
That's the right idea there. He's closed the distance, but then just probably got that little bit too close about letting his shots go. But he's definitely going to put the pressure on now.
Yeah, and he's going to need to if he wants to get back into this one. He's got just under 3 minutes to make the national championship his, to be crowned the best in Wales. Lovely evasion from Fry once again.
Yeah, Fry's just got to stay switched on. Doesn't want to get caught here. Keep things clean. Keep doing what he was doing. Don't change anything. Lovely 1-2 there from Fry again.
Yeah, and you can hear the reaction of the crowd just as you say that, Rosie. They agree with you, that's for sure. It will fill Fry with confidence to have that many people supporting him here tonight. Perhaps that's why we've seen the performance we have.
Yeah, his movement is just too much for the boy in blue. He hasn't quite got the experience to know how to deal with that and close that range down and get to him. Must be a really frustrating fight from there. He's given his all, he's putting the pressure on, but he just can't quite get his shots together to land on Fry. Fry is awkward and he's not catching him really hard. He's having the success. He's landing the shots there and the backhand as well, and the crowd can see it blowing in. As the bout's going on now, he's having more and more success, and that's the thing. The boy in blue's putting the pressure on, but he's actually now more open.
Yeah, Ryan Fry seems to be in control. He knows what he's doing. He knows what to do.
It's good. He's clever. He's moving away from the backhand of the man in blue. Well, he's changed stance now, but he was moving well away from the backhand, so he's not going to walk onto any strong shot. Yeah, he's grown in confidence now. He's very comfortable in here, Fry.
Yeah.
He's seen out the round.
Ducking, dodging, weaving.
He must know. I think he probably must know he's ahead. If they can see the scores in the middle of the round, he just knows he's got to stay safe this round, look good, and he's sealed the victory. He's enjoying it now. This last minute.
Oh yeah, you can see that confidence coming through. Really having fun.
He's got to stay switched on though. You don't want to clock one last minute. I hate seeing that. Hand up before the fight's done. But
yeah, let's not forget, Billy Jones has won by knockout in this competition, but it was not to be in this round. Plenty of the crowd are on their feet for Ryan Fry, and whilst we don't know the decision for certain, I think we can be almost sure of how this one's going to go.
Yeah, that was a brilliant performance there. Really, really mature performance. Really good awareness of the ring, good movement, and he wasn't super negative. He was always throwing off his movement as well. And yeah, it was a hard night for the man in blue. Not for lack of trying. He just couldn't get to his man.
The winner of bout number 7 and the 67 kilo 2024 elite Welsh champion by a unanimous decision in the red corner.
And he had his hand raised during the bout, and he's had his hand raised after the bell as well. Your winner by unanimous decision is Ryan Fry. Congratulations to Ryan. Commiserations to Billy Jones. A hard-fought contest by both. But as predicted by our very own Rosie Eccles, it is Ryan Fry who walks away and walks towards the podium as he makes his way just over to the crowd.
As well, isn't he? In the crowd, he's got a massive support out here from Brenton Farry. Yeah, he's obviously a massive win for him. You can see what it meant to him walking out the ring, and you can see the support flooding towards the stand there to celebrate with him.
Yeah, as you see him shake a few hands on his way round, and a few high fives, a few thumbs up. A massive grin on his face as he hugs, no doubt, friends and family that have come down to watch him, and I'm sure it'll be a great night and a proud night for all of those involved.
No, definitely. It's nice to see how much it means to win a Welsh Fest. You know, I'm still very, very proud of my Welsh Fest in my home. So yeah, it's lovely to see it means so much to the boxers.
How good does it feel to stand on that podium to win that aforementioned Welsh Vest?
Oh, massive! You know, it's pride of Wales, and when you wear that, then it's a massive sense of pride. And yeah, it's special. It's often that first big step as well in your boxing career. That real big first benchmark.
Well, there we have the 67 kg. Congratulations, Ryan Fry. But let's move on. Up we go to 71 kilograms. Of course, as we mentioned earlier in the stream, anything over 71 kilograms, they move to the 12-ounce gloves. And this one will be contested between Benjamin Edwards of Llinvi Valley and Ashley Purnell of Gallagher.
Well, the weight, 71 kilo, is between in the red corner representing Llinvi Valley ABC, Benjamin Edwards.
So this is one I've been looking forward to, Rosie, I must say. Benjamin Edwards in the red corner is the current Three Nations champion. A bit of background for you. His quarterfinal, he won with a first round knockout. His semi-final, he won with a first round knockout. And now he faces Ashley Purnell in the final.
Oh, from Gallagher.
I'm sure he'll be trying to make it a triple threat.
I'm sure I'd be keen to that. I haven't seen any of the semis and quarters, so I'm interested to watch this one as well.
Despite that excellent record in this competition, let's not take anything away from Purnell. He won on points in the semi. He's earned his place in this final.
No, definitely. You never know which side of the draw the other lad was on as well. So, you know, styles make fights, and this is he's got another style in front of him now to beat him, and it's a competitive start to the round. No one's really landed clean yet. Obviously, the boy in blue will be aware of the stoppage victories and will maybe be a bit mindful of that.
Yeah, what do you think will be going through Purnell in his camp's mind coming into this, knowing the previous 2 victories from Edwards, knowing how he won them?
Sure.
Is there any sort of style or technique or
As I said, I've not
mindset?
watched the boy, but it depends. You know, hopefully he's just focused on what he's doing. He actually had some really good success there. He's doing well off the jab. I'd say the boy in blue is currently winning this first round, and you know, a puncher can only punch if they can have the success and the rhythm to land. So the boy in blue's got to be confident in his boxing ability and in his own performance. And at the moment, I'd say he's getting the better of this round. The boy in red is currently just walking forward. He's not really boxed his way in very well. He's probably sometimes having good success and stopping opponents. Stops you from boxing your way in, and then you're forcing it too much. And at the moment, it looks like he's really looking for that stoppage victory. And I think it's costing him his success on the points game at the moment.
Yeah, perhaps a more difficult contest for Edwards then. Something different, something to challenge him. Elusive from Purnell.
Yeah, he is coming in tucked up tight. He had a little bit of success there, the man in red on the inside, but good jab for the man in blue. He's got to stay busy with that jab. Keep him off, don't give up too much ground, and he's definitely having good success. He's just got to not give up too much ground and keep his jab going. Lovely body shot there. Blocked a little bit with the elbow, but that's the right idea. Yeah, at the moment he's seen the backhand come and he's rolling under that backhand. Is the man in blue, and he's having good success. It's a competitive first round, but at the moment for me, the boxer in blue is just edging it.
Yeah, that man in blue, Ashley Purnell.
I think the man in red is typical of someone actually who's probably had a few stoppages. He's walking forward, looking for that big shot. You know, he's not really using his jab, he's just sort of walking in. If he'd use a bit more of his boxing to get there, but he's having a little bit of success. He's getting down the inside, but he's also smothering his own work.
And as the bell goes, not the same sort of first round that Edwards has been used to so far in this tournament.
No, it was a competitive first round. It was relatively close. I'd probably edge the man in blue. I do think the man in red was just looking for a big shot. He had some success on the inside. I think the man in blue's got to have confidence in his boxing and let his shots go a little bit.
Well, we'll have to see what the outcome is. Benjamin Edwards back in that red corner. Again, I'll ask you once more, Rosie. A coach in this situation, having seen so much success in previous rounds early on and now perhaps on the back foot a little bit, does this change the game plan at all?
Depends on the boxer. I don't know the boxers too well, but you know, I'd be inclined. I don't know what his strengths are in terms of what his ability is boxing, but I'd definitely encourage him to box his way in rather than walk in, the man in red, and then let his shots go because he's getting himself too close.
Well, we'll have to see if that is the case.
I'd probably encourage the man in red just to move round to his right a little bit more, away from that big backhand. Yeah, he's just got caught with it a little bit there. Yeah, there's a bit of success, much more successful start to the round for the man in red to really up the gears a little bit. Boxing blue just lost his boxing a little bit now. He was, he's boxing well at range before, putting his shots together. He's just allowing the man in red to get close to him and let his shots go. That might be due to a bit of a strength difference or maybe a bit of the fear of the shots. The thing is, if he just moves and doesn't punch, he's not giving the man in red anything to think about and allow him to walk in and without have fear of getting caught himself. So he needs to be busy, the boy in blue, on the move but letting his shots go at the same time. See there, he just backed off to the rope and allowing the man in red to tee off in him a little bit.
Yeah, and Purnell moves slightly more central now to get away from those ropes, but he is forced back.
He's just a bit too keen to give up his ground without the other lad throwing any shots. Yeah, the momentum's definitely switching a bit. As much as the man in red's just walking forward, he's letting shots go. The man in blue's just allowing him to get there kind of for free, really. He's not giving him anything to think about. He's just moving back and giving away his grounds, which is playing in the hands lovely as for the man in red.
And you can tell which way the momentum's gone because the blue corner really have piped up in this latter stages of the second round. Plenty of words spoken from Ashley Purnell's coach, screaming across Sport Wales.
Trying to encourage him to let his hands go, and he's right. You know, not at the boxing red's range, but at his own range, at long range. He's just drifting back. That was better from him. They got tagged there. I wonder if just the pressure and the maybe the strength of the man in red has just got to him a little bit. Lovely shot there. One just after the bell, but yeah, see there when you throw those two long shots, he caught our man in red there, Benjamin Edwards, really nicely. But it's almost like he's a bit fearful to throw those shots.
Perhaps fearful of leaving himself open.
Yeah, potentially, and. Yeah, he's just giving up his ground. He does it where he doesn't need to. He had his most success and got caught much less in the first round, where he let his straight shots go and he let them go in combinations and then was on the move. This round, he's just giving up his ground for free, really, and then our man in red just allowed to then walk forward and then fire his shots in. And yeah, that was definitely a round for the man in red. Yeah,
so momentum seesawing from blue to red in rounds 1 and then 2, which means, of course, it's all to fight for in the third. That Welsh vest, it's all to play for. The gold medal on the line, that Welsh vest at stake.
Yeah. It's hard when the momentum shifts the fight. It's very hard to shift it back the other way, but let's see now what our boy in blue does from Geshtiger. And
yeah, Purnell can't let this one get away from him. Not if he wants to be crowned national champion.
So Benjamin Edwards is just a bit good at getting that little bit too close sometimes to let his straight shots off as well. He just smothers his own work, and he would probably have more success if he was just that little half a pace further back from Purnell. There we go, that's better there, from that sort of range. See, they're tied up now and no one's scoring, you see.
That's not a position either fighter can really afford to be in, especially when no one can be certain of who is ahead on points. It has been closely contested when you look across the entire round, so
yeah, it's a bit of a messy fight, really. It's I'd say the momentum's still in the direction of the red corner, but he's taking most of them on the glove. But it's yeah, it's a little bit. They get tied up quite a lot, like here again. Again, I think this is more because the man in red, he's not boxing his way in. He's just walking into range and then hoping to land that big shot. If he let his jab go a little bit more, he'd probably have you know, twice or 3 times as much success.
it is worth noting Benjamin Edwards in red. He is the current Three Nations champion. He does know how to win, and he knows how to win in the big moments.
Yeah, I think he's coming apart a little bit now. I think he's looking to hold. He said maybe he can feel the power of the man in red. So you said Benjamin Edwards is our current Three Nation champion. Sorry.
Yeah, Benjamin Edwards in the red corner. He knows how to win big bouts, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely tired out his opponent there. You know, it's quite hard having someone on you all the time. And yeah, look, our boy in blue is just really looking to hold there to run the clock down a little bit. I think the momentum's still definitely in Benjamin Edwards' direction.
Yeah, and Edwards will use some of that big fight experience in these final 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's landing some good shots now. Probably the most success he's actually had. Again, it's just tied up a little bit. Yeah, I think Purnell's really feeling the pace now. He's really struggling to keep his hands up, keep his boxing together. He's just getting caught that little bit more.
Yeah, and perhaps despite that first round by Purnell, perhaps it is slowly ebbing away from him. As both fighters giving it their all in the final 10. And there's the bell that signifies 3 rounds are up. We've had 9 fiercely contested minutes between these two men. It was tight, momentum shifted, it swang, it went one way, it went the other. Perhaps it has ended up in the red corner, but let's hand over to the announcer to find out.
The winner of bout number 8 at the 71 kilo 2024 Elite World Champion by a unanimous decision in the red corner, Benjamin Edwards. And round of applause for Billy Jones, the blue corner.
And there is your champion, Benjamin Edwards, in the red corner from Llinvi Valley. He takes the gold. He makes his way towards the podium. Purnell, perhaps, maybe disappointed. He let that second and third round get away from him after fighting so strongly in the first. But it's not about the first round, it's about all 3 rounds, Rosie. And
that's it, and he came out with the right idea, but then I think just the relentless pressure and maybe the strength of the other man just got to him a little bit. And experience will help him deal with that and know how to keep an opponent like that off. You've really got to be busy but aware of what's coming back, and no, a good win for the man in red. It was effective, it worked for him and this opponent, so yeah, well done.
Yeah, a 3 Nations champion and now a Welsh champion as well. Congratulations, Benjamin Edwards. You deserve that vest, and I'm sure you'll be going home smiling as well.
Boxers Orlando Satori and Joe Evans to the ring, please.
So it's time for bout number 9, the 75 kilogram classification. And it's Orlando Holly Satomi up against Joe Evans. Orlando will be in the red corner, whilst Evans will fight out of blue.
So Orlando's one of the programme boxers at the moment. Just actually come back from 3 good wins out in Finland as well. So he's hoping to seal a good victory here tonight.
Yeah, Orlando Holly Satomi, as you say, on that performance programme, a fantastic boxer. He not only won that tournament out in Finland, but he also won the Most Technical Boxer award whilst out there. So look out for those technical skills on display this evening.
Yeah, exactly. He can pack a bit of a punch as well. He's got a brilliant jab, Orlando. He doesn't use it enough sometimes, I think. I think he could use it a lot more. But Orlando, again, has got a big target on his back, and you can see the boy in blues come out really trying to put a fight to him. And he'll settle down in a minute, and Orlando should hopefully settle him down with his jab. But He can really pack a punch, Orlando, when he sets it up behind his lead hand. Lovely jab there. He can win a lot of fights off that jab.
Yeah, and that man in blue who'll have to watch out for said jab is Joe Evans of Newtown Boxing Club. Interestingly enough, he's the head coach down at Newtown as well, so he's a boxer and a coach. Perhaps he can use the experience of both of those facets to add to his performance tonight.
Okay. Orlando doesn't really need to be on the rope here. He can establish his jab from the centre of the ring. That was better. He can just keep picking. You know, he's look, there you go, there again. He's a brilliant jab when he uses it, and he's a strong boxer.
Yeah, and we see Orlando come through there. Powerful boxer.
Yeah, the boy in blue's already got caught with some clean shots, so you know he's in a bit of an uphill battle from here. But he's putting the pressure on him, and yeah, that's a very good shot there from Orlando. Saw the legs go a little bit from the boy in blue, so a good count from the ref there. I just see Orlando just box at his range, not get caught up here. Just use his jab, get long straight shots, and I think the stoppage will come here. Just want the boy in blue needs to keep his shape. I think his legs have gone a little bit. I think he's still feeling the effects of the latest shot that Orlando landed there.
And another one comes in from Orlando.
Yeah, sound to land now. I'd like to see him off the rope though. He doesn't need to be there.
See.
Yeah, you can see there's a big mismatch in the ring here. The size, the strength, and probably the experience of Orlando is just nothing to take away from the boy in blue, the man in blue. He's just up against the better man here, and he's just got to really try and keep his shape so he doesn't get caught with any more of those big shots coming down the pipe.
Yeah, final few seconds here for Joe Evans. Then he can collect himself in the corner.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to see out the first round, which he's done well to do after that big shot. I don't think looking at his legs, I don't think he's fully recovered. So he's done well. He's done well to see that first round out. Again, though, I think Orlando can clean things up a little bit more. He's sometimes getting caught in terms of caught up all tight and tied up on the inside. He can make it much more clinical and clean. I'd like to see him box a little bit more from the centre off his jab. He's the bigger, stronger boxer. I don't think he needs to be drifted back to the ropes. I think he'd have maybe if he'd boxed more from the centre of the ring, he maybe would have got that stoppage in the first round. But see how he comes out now, this next one. I know Orlando likes to be on the ropes sometimes, but yeah, I'd like to see him dictating more from the centre and maybe stealing the victory in this round.
Yeah, this is the first matchup of the evening where we've seen such a one-sided first round. And what will be going through the mind of Evans and his camp at this moment in time, do you think?
I don't know what's going through his mind, but I'd like him to think about looking after himself, keeping his hands nice and high, and keeping his shape. You know, when he's off his shape, that's when he's likely to be caught clean. Yeah, he's definitely in a bit of an uphill battle at the moment. Yeah, there's problems with so they got to see a clear line. So because he has a black vest and a black belt, he's got to have a sash on. So just adjusting that, it's giving a few extra moments of breather for the man in blue.
Yeah, Evans has come out very offensive here.
Orlando isn't good at that range, and he's spoils his work. You know, Orlando needs to use that good, long, strong jab, keep his range, and this range is now the dangerous range here for the man in blue. Orlando needs to pop his jab out.
Yeah, Evans has to be wary. We've seen Holly Satomi land a fair few strikes.
Doesn't need to be here. You know, I'd like to see him now pull out, get his lead hand going. Box from this range here now. There you go.
Yeah,
there's
exactly
the jab.
as you say, Rosie.
Again, yeah.
And a stumble for Evans.
Yeah, he was hit a little bit off balance, but it was a shot. And that's what I mean about keeping his shape. When he keeps his feet underneath him, he's less likely to get caught with those big eye-catching shots. Let's see that jab again. That's what Orlando needs to be doing. He doesn't need to be in that close range.
Yes, fantastic work from Orlando Holly Satomi.
Yeah, the man in blue has realised here he's much safer up close. You know, he's not so vulnerable to that lead hand jab.
Yeah, it is a battle of distance at the moment. One man trying to keep his, the other trying to reduce it at all costs.
the range that Orlando needs to box at here. I don't think this is going to go on much longer, to be honest. I think the ref is looking to stop it. That wasn't too much of a clean shot. However, oh, he's letting it carry on.
Yeah, the referee wary of what could happen at any moment. As Holly Satomi lands another few hits, and there it is! Orlando Holly Satomi in the second round.
Yeah, the shot that did it was those shots in the first round. I think he wasn't in too bad a way there, but it was only a matter of time, and the ref had a very good call there. He's got to look after both boxers, and there's nothing to gain for the man in blue from carrying on there. So he made a good account of himself, he gave his all, but no, the ref made the perfect call there.
What a performance by Orlando Holly Satomi. It's the first bout of the evening that's been stopped before going the distance, and for good reason. Fantastic work by that man on the performance programme here at Sport Wales, and despite the best efforts of Joe Evans, it must be said, it really was a one-sided affair and a deserved victory for that man in the red corner. Congratulations to you, Orlando. It must be said for Joe Evans, congratulations for getting this far. It is the furthest he's gotten in a national competition. He can be proud of that achievement at least, and he held well, he understood and he adapted to the game plan of Satomi. He decided, he knew, had to get in close, had to reduce that range, and he did that well, but in the end it wasn't enough, and we saw why that man has won international tournaments, why he's seen as such a fantastic technical boxer, and why he's grabbed himself the national medal here this evening. Yeah,
definitely. The man in blue really had a good go. He probably came out a little bit too eager in that first round and just really got caught clean. And but he had a good go. He did the right things. He got in close. He tried to upset the rhythm of Orlando, and I think he did. I think he did upset that rhythm to a degree, but there was a vast, gap in ability and level. And yeah, Orlando's clean long shots sealed it for him at the end of the day.
Yeah, fantastic work once again by that man as he saunters over to the podium, head held high, knowing that's where he wants to be and that's where he deserves to be.
That's it, and as part of the performance program, he's obviously targeting the Commonwealth Games in 2.5 years, so he just wants to grow in experience now, and he'll look back at that and how he can improve it, and just to improve and come on.
And I'm sure you'll have some messages to him about how to get to the Commonwealth Games, Rosie, but there's no time for those messages, unfortunately, as much as we'd all love to hear them, because we are moving on swiftly to the next one of the evening. This time, it's the 80 kilogram classification. It's William Harding and it's Cole Harris. And it's another example of the sheer talent on offer across the Welsh boxing scene. Cole Harris, another one of those men tonight I was lucky enough to catch up with before this evening. Fantastic young man, conducts himself very, very well outside of the ring, it must be said. 22 years old, he's been boxing for 7 years, 29 fights, 22 of those were victories. So he's used to winning, he knows how to win, but this is his first time at Nationals. And plenty in attendance tonight in support of Cole Harris. He did say he is a bit of an entertainer. He loves to be in front of the crowds, and, well, he's got a crowd this evening.
There we go, let's see how he can perform under it. Good job for the man in red to start off, just trying his range. the longer of the two boxes, probably.
Yeah, perhaps Harding will want to keep his range in this one. Cole did say he's a forward fighter. He likes being up and close.
Yeah, he's putting the pressure on this. Definitely putting all the pressure on at the start of the bout. No, nothing significant scored yet, though. They're both just finding their range.
And a few body shots from Cole. Gets a cheer from the crowd.
Yeah, I want to see Manred just working off that jab a little bit more there. Lovely.
Yeah, superb.
The jab is the best punch in boxing, and I don't think it's used enough at the lower level. But he's having good success with it. I want to see him work off that a lot more. Yeah, Cole's definitely a pressure fighter, and he's having the success he gets there. But then, brilliant jab. I think the jab is going to be absolute key for the man in red here to keep his boxer off and then fire his other shots off it.
Yeah, it's been a great fight so far, my words. Back and forth. Both wanting to make a statement early on. Cole and Harding.
Yeah.
Or Harris and Harding, I should say. Apologies.
Yeah. We'll get caught there, though. He's just got to be careful. He brings his hands back quite low, does William Harding. He brings his hands back a little bit low, which means just a bit susceptible after he's let his shots go. And Cole's had a little momentum change here. He was definitely he's got to be cautious, just stand there, his hands up. He does seem to ship quite a few in, Cole, and that kind of is costing him the round a little bit. I think Cole here is also just looking for that big shot. He's had a little bit of success with it, but he's not boxed his way in. If you see, he's just walking his opponent down, and you can see there he's looking to swing, and I think Harding there is just starting to time that with a lovely jab. There we go.
Yeah, you can hear the crowd amping up as strikes are exchanged, fists are thrown, and what a first round this has been.
They definitely both have had success, but I would edge the man in red at the moment. Even though he's got caught with a few, the long stuff is working for him. And he's got more boxing about him. I think Cole is just looking to land that one big shot, and he's not boxed his way in, and as a result, there again, he's just getting caught square on.
Yeah, he gets caught a couple more times there. Looks to come back with a few of his own. And there's the bell. Wow, what a first round we were treated to there, Rosie.
Yeah, I'd say I'd give that round definitely to William Harding. He did get caught a few times against the rope, so he's got to be really mindful of those hands coming back. But when he works off that jab and actually pushes Cole back, Cole doesn't know what to do when Harding lets his hands go. He just sort of stands with his gloves up and stands still, which as much as he can take the shots, they're landing.
Yeah, well, you've given that round to William Harding, but I'm going to give you my favourite fact or stat of the evening.
Okay.
Here, so Cole Harris, in the quarterfinals, he won in this competition against Eli Walker, who incidentally is an ex-Wales international rugby player.
Oh wow, there we go.
So there you go, my favourite stat of this evening. Get you a man who can do it all, and that was Eli Walker, but one thing he could not do was get to the final, as Cole Harris did. It's the second round. The bell kicks things off, and they're straight
Cole's
back into it.
I'm thinking he's probably lost that round. He's come out piling the pressure on, but if Harding can just weather this storm now, he won't be able to keep that up. So weather the storm and get back to his boxing.
Absolutely, and
there we go. He's already slowed down a little bit as Cole.
These are not my words. These are the words of Cole Harris. He said he loves a scrap.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe evident out there in the ring.
Yeah, he just, looking at his feet though, his footwork's a little bit poor. You know, he's just walking forward, which means he's susceptible to getting caught. He's just looking for that big shot. You know, he needs to work on his boxing a little bit. I think if he could box his way in, have better feet, then that'd work a lot better for him. Maybe he'd get those shots off a lot better. This little rest now is working for him. He's going to have another chance to have another burst of energy. The break isn't actually working in the favour of the man who's having his sash put back on. Probably there's so many with sashes. I mean, it's always been the rule that you can't have no waistband, so I don't know what's going on today. There we go, here comes Cole.
Cole again. He does have two NABC wins to his name.
Yeah. He's just getting caught now by Harden, though. He's getting pipped off. There you go, another big shot.
There's a flurry of body shots attempted.
Harden's keeping his hands up better now. He's catching a lot more on the glove. The first round, he had his success, then he seemed to get caught with that odd, clean overhand shot, whereas now he's definitely keeping his hands up better afterwards. There we go, another great shot. Just needs to be careful here again, Harden. He's drops his hands a little bit. He doesn't need to be there. And Cole was swinging widely and got caught with some clean hooks there.
Yeah,
did well to take them.
We're seeing as we go up the weight classifications, they do hit harder, they are heavier, and perhaps the bouts get a little bit shorter. Could we see this one called before the end of the third? The way these two are swinging, you wouldn't be surprised if one could land that blow.
Yeah, good movement from Manred. He needs to keep on that jab. See there again. When he punches off, that was another good shot. When he punches off his jab, you don't let it get greedy then. He sometimes throws too many afterwards, but keep punching off the jab and move. He's got to be careful. Cole does swing, so he doesn't want to get caught with one of them cold, but Cole's getting wilder and wilder as the fight goes on, and actually that's playing into Harrison's hands. Harrison's hands? I mean Harden's hands.
Easy to get names muddled up. We've seen so many bouts this evening and so many fantastic fights. So many fantastic boxers on show. These two, of course, in that list as well. Harding and Harris.
Yeah, Harding is still clearly the winner of this bout in my eyes, but both of them are thrown a bit ragged and both are open. They've got to be careful, especially Cole. Oh, I think that's quite... The difference is, though, the judges don't have to score a count. So even though, Harding just got a count there, it doesn't mean he's necessarily won the round for Cole.
And there's the bell. What an end to that one.
Yeah,
despite Harding's best efforts to seem to be controlling both rounds, it was a count that went against him.
Yeah, he got caught, but I'm not sure as a college you should provide an opinion, but the shots that he caught the other lad with were just as worthy of giving a count. So it was unfortunate to experience that at the end of the round, but the judges should see that and should see the bout as a whole. A count's the chance for a boxer that's potentially hurt to regain their strength and to go again. So the ref sees something different. He's a lot closer than us, as I said. That would have definitely given Cole a little push now this round, though. So wouldn't surprise to see him come out ball firing. I'd like to see the man just keep his boxing together. He's having brilliant success using the jab, making him miss. I actually think he'd won that round, but we haven't seen the scorecards, obviously.
No, we haven't seen the scorecard, but we have heard the noise echoing around this arena, and it continues.
Yeah, good opening shot from Cole. First has now been just to move at the start of this round. Cole tires as the round goes on. You know, he has a big burst of energy, and then he fades, and then he's open. He comes over his feet like that there.
Yeah, he said he was an entertainer, and he is getting the crowd on their feet. But he has to be careful about his own feet. Keep his footwork going. Keep strong in the guard.
He's getting caught as much as he's landing at the moment, but he's the guy pressuring the fight. He's pushing forward, but he's getting caught on his way doing it. He's probably edging the start of this round, just on forward momentum. It's been shot for shot, really.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic one for the neutral, it must be said.
Yeah.
As
there you go.
Swing comes in, my word.
Yeah, he wouldn't get away with this at definitely a higher level. He's lucky to get away with some of these swinging shots, to be honest. But he's given his all. He's given his best on the day, and I think Harden's just a little bit tired, and he's struggling to keep him off now this round. There you go.
Oh, and here comes a flurry, and they exchange blue fists, right fist, back and forth. A huge swing from Harris, skillfully evaded by Harding.
Harding landed some great shots there that were just as good as the shot that was landed earlier from Cole. So, yeah, I wouldn't put much in the count, but both are shattered. I think Harding's definitely tired, but he's still putting a good account for himself in there. Just needs to use that jab. Use that jab. There you go. Keeps him off, keeps him unbalanced. When there's something coming back, Cole can't let his hands go the same. He's definitely got good support for Cole in the crowd as well.
Yeah, and as both men tire, the crowd willing him over the line in this one. Hoping and praying he can get that blow.
He's so open, Cole. He is getting caught, but he is landed at the same time. And I think Harding just got to keep his body language together here. Don't look too tired. You know, he's well in the fight. You know, and you know, want to show the judges you're still in it. You're still landing. You're feeling fresh. But maybe that count got to him a little bit. Well, it was a good shot there from Cole. See where he's moving back without punching, then he's just making it.
And another shot from Harris. A celebration in the ring from that man as the crowd get to their feet. It's the second count that goes against Harding.
Harding just got to keep it together now. That was a fair, just enough count. You just got to keep it together. It's the last 10.
Final 10 seconds. I'm sure we'll see something from Harris here.
He's absolutely shattered now, and Cole's had a good round, really. He's been effective.
And there it is. What an encounter we were treated to there. Rosie Eccles is clapping her hands next to me, a big smile on her face. It might not have been the most technical, it might not have been the most orthodox, but my word, was it a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, I think both boxers gave their all. I could tell that Cole just had that little bit. I think that count, to be honest, gave him, getting that count in the second round gave him that extra bit of momentum and probably pushed him on in the last. Probably the opposite effect for the man in red there. I'd give Cole that last round, but I don't know which way this is going to go on the judges based on that count in the second. I'd have edged towards the man in red, but we'll see now.
Let's take a look. Let's have a listen and have a listen to the way the crowd responds to this.
Yeah, a crowd-pleasing fight, that's for sure.
The winner of bout number 10 and the 80 kilo 2024 Elite Welsh Champion by a split decision. In the blue corner,
and there it is, the crowd goes apoplectic for Cole Harris. He came out swinging and he's gone home with the gold medal. So many friends and family here to see him win this final. All credit, of course, to the red corner, to William Harding. Fantastic display from him as well. He had to deal with maybe slightly unorthodox amounts of pressure from Cole Harris, but as I said, a man who conducts himself so well outside of the ring, and tonight he's got himself that national jersey as well.
Yeah, definitely. And as I said, I'm not as close as the judges are to that bout. I think that was a fight of momentum. He gained a bit of momentum, and then he had a great last round, and that last round probably sealed it from him. And I'd say, you know, the body language as well, the man in red, he looked shattered the last round. That probably just cost him the bout. Maybe he thought he wasn't doing as well as he was, but no, good, well done to them, both men actually. You know, both Cole and our man in red.
Yeah, I'm sure analysing it as technically as you do, Rosie, it might not have been your favourite fight of the evening, but for much of the crowd here, it probably was so far.
Yeah, very crowd pleasing. Shots landed from both boxers, both swinging, both giving them all, both gave their all to the end. So yeah, definitely a crowd pleasing bout there.
Definitely, and one man who'll be very, very pleased is Cole Harris. Congratulations to him. You are the national champion. So, up next in the red corner, it will be Jack Mounter from Pontyclean. And in the blue, it will be Louis Walters. So, Jake Mounter from Pontyclean, he stopped his opponent in the second round in the quarterfinals here, but did get a bye in the semis due to a withdrawal. So, we'll have to see, has that rest done him well? There's only one way to find out, and Louis Walters, who came through on split decision in both the quarters and semis.
Success there, the first bit of success in the round for the man in red. But then the boy in blue's come back with some really good long straight shots himself, some very strong shots as he backs up his opponent against the ropes. It's good. I'm liking seeing the man in blue actually using his jab. I like to see these boxers using it. He's got much more success of it. It makes everything else come off a lot more clean. You can see that now watching box. Really boxed off the jab well and pushed his opponent back.
Yeah, some would say the best punch in boxing, Rosie.
Best punch in boxing. From the same gym as Orlando as well. Orlando had a good jab. So, yeah, might be something they coach a lot there, and a lovely backhand off it. Yeah, lovely first round. Lovely straight shots from the man in blue. The man in red is yet to really find his rhythm.
Yeah, and that man in blue is Louis Walters.
Really good straight shots from him there. He's landing some really clean straight shots. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see a count soon. The shots that are landing, I think the man in red is currently struggling to deal with that and bring anything back.
Yeah, it's been dominant so far from Walters. Really controlling this one.
No, it's a nice bit of boxing from him. Ooh.
Another shot.
Yeah, there's the first count.
Mounter gets tagged, and
it's nice to see how he got it though. He was really boxed his way, and he was patient, quite mature, and it was coming, and yeah, paid off there not long after. Fair play to the man in red though, hands up, and he's come back boxing, giving him something to think about.
Yeah, Mounter doesn't look like he's going to go down easily.
We go back to the jab now from the man in blue.
Yeah, that jab proving so effective for Walters, as it did for Orlando Holly Satomi, the man who also fights out of the same gym.
It's really hard to beat a good jab. You know, often people say they don't think beats a good jab is a better jab. So yeah, definitely, he's having really good success, and he's been mature. He's not gone off rushing. Sometimes giving someone a count could just force your work and rush it. Good first round there from the man in blue.
Yeah, fantastic work by Louis Walters. He'll be more than happy with that first round, I'm sure, as will his coach. And Mounter must return to the red corner, and perhaps a deeper discussion will be going on about how they get back into this one. Yeah,
definitely. I think, you know, he's in an uphill battle at the moment, the man in red. He's really got to change something up, and the control from the blue corner has been very good. Really good use of the jab, good feet. He did get caught a little bit, but all the quality shots obviously came from man in blue, and to then deliver a count in the first round as well, that's very, very hard. Being in the other corner to come back for, quite demoralising. So he'll do well to recover and come back out now this second round, the man in red.
So a little bit of support, a bit of a war cry from the crowd towards Jake Mounter. Let's see if he can put that to good use.
Yeah, nice to see him. He started straight back on that jab, but the man in red is coming forward. I'd actually like to see the man in blue maybe trying to push him back with the jab, similar to Orlando, who was going back while throwing it. He had most success when he was actually pressing forward off the straight shots. She's getting caught. The man in red is having greater success now as he's going forward.
Yeah, looks like that little pep talk in the break has done Mounter some good. A lot more successful than this point in the first round, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I think actually similar to Orlando, the man in blue sort of giving up his ground as I don't think he needs to. I think he had more success. He's still having success and winning the round, but he had more success when he was pushing his opponent back with the jab rather than giving up the ground. Lovely shot there.
So Walters keeping his distance a bit more, trying to use that jab that we've mentioned a few times already this bout.
The man in blue is still in control here. It's just the man in red is just doing a little bit better than he was in the last round. Doing a lot better. There we go. Yeah, see as the round's going on, the man in red's just coming apart a little bit and he's becoming more open, and our man in blue's just landed even more of those straight shots.
Yeah, Mounter having to work very hard to get himself back into this one, and perhaps fatiguing as we approach the last minute of this second round. No doubt Walters will recognise this and look to capitalise.
Yeah, the man in blue's also finding his right hand even more so now, so he's got to be careful. The man in red's got to just lift that lead hand up a little bit more so he's not so open to the backhand.
There is those jabs.
Oh, another good shot there from the man in blue. Yeah.
So another count.
Another count for Jack Mounters, but he has definitely had a better count of himself this round, and he's seen out the second round. He's done very, very well to get through that. He definitely had a much more positive round, but yeah, clearly the round goes to Louis Walters there.
Yeah, so as we say, Louis Walters still most likely in the lead in this one, but a lot stronger performance from Jake Mounter. And if he can come out and do that again, and if he can double down on those improvements, perhaps, just perhaps, there is a chance for him in this third round, but it is going to be an uphill battle, especially the way Walters has performed so far.
Yeah, definitely. I think he can, if he can just keep his hands high and take the space away, you know, in a boxer, Louis Walters, he works best at his range when he's pushing you back. When man in red was coming forward and taking the range away from him, he definitely meant that Louis Walters had less success. But if I was to be coaching Louis Walters, I want him to be doing his range, pushing him back against ropes rather than giving up his ground. So we'll see how this round plays out now.
Yes, we will. Let's have a look then. An early jab from Walters and another.
So yeah, it's nice to see him straight back on his jab. It's what's been working for him, it's what everyone else has come off. Definitely a better lead hand though for the man in red. It is higher, which means he's less likely to get caught with that backhand. And he landed a shot of his own there as well, so good effort to him. I think he's really struggling to block the shots of Walters coming straight through the middle though. It's very difficult for him to be catching and parrying those shots. He's very upright, the man in red. He doesn't come off the line very much, which means he's a stagnant target really for our man in blue. It just makes it that little bit easy for him. But he's still there and he's still throwing back and he is having some success, our man in red, so fair play to him. Lovely jab again.
Yeah, a couple more jabs from Walters.
And a backhand.
There
That's the
is.
shot. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps it up, if this turns the fight and it leads to another count.
Yeah, those jabs are
Lots
coming
of
through
success.
now.
He's not
and the
wasting
backhand.
much. Yeah, as this round's going on, he's wasting less and less, and every shot is landing.
Yeah, and you can really see Mounter starting to tire a little bit now, having to defend these long-range jabs over and over. You can see a few more landing as well. But you've got to recognise the spirit from Mounter. He's not given up. Not yet.
No,
he knows what's
definitely.
at stake here.
Yeah, definitely. He's not fouled at all, and your hats off to him. You know, he's keeping in the fight. He's giving as good as he can, and he is having little bits of success. It's just he's not the better man in there today.
Lovely work again from Walters.
Oh, and on the uppercut as well. The lead hand is this man's bread and butter. He's so accurate with it when he's thrown. I don't think he can throw it enough with this type of opponent. This is his range here now, that long range shots.
Yeah, there's a couple more come in right on cue, Rosie. It really does look like it's Walters' bout for the taking, and it has done the whole 3 rounds. A few more jabs coming in. A couple thrown, and he dives out the way before heading back in.
Yeah, last 10 seconds now. Beautiful shots landed. But fair play to Jack Mounter there. He's given his all to the last ball, and that was a real tough bout for him to be in there. He took some shots, but he gave his absolute all in that fight, so he's got a lot to be proud of there. But great performance from the man in blue.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot to be proud of for Jake Mounter. Hats off to him. He managed to go the distance against an extremely strong opponent in Louis Walters, and no doubt we will see that man's hand raised, but let's find out. Let's wait and see.
Once again, round of applause for Walters, please. The winner of bout 11 and the 86 kilo 2024 Elite Welsh champion by a unanimous decision in the blue corner, Louis Walters.
And of course, as predicted, it was a quarter-final split decision, a semi-final split decision, but in the final it was unanimous. Louis Walters, a strong display from start to finish, a deserved victory for that man. Commiserations to Jake Mounter. He fought hard and he fought well, but on the day it was Louis Walters who came through, and superb work, jabs, overhands, wow. He takes home the gold, he takes home the Welsh vest, and he is your amateur national champion for 2024. A moment to savour, I'm sure of that.
Boxers Connor Williams and Ricky Poole Jr. to the ring, please.
Well, here we go then. The penultimate bout of the evening, 92 kilogram weight category. It'll be Connor Williams fighting in the red corner out of Premier. And in blue will be Ricky Poole Jr. Connor Williams, another one of those I was lucky enough to catch up with before this evening. The 21-year-old recently turned 21, and he says he hasn't celebrated yet. Well, perhaps tonight will be the perfect way to celebrate taking home a gold medal.
Definitely, definitely. We've seen a little bit of him before, maybe even last year's Welsh, maybe. And yeah, good boxer. I've not seen any of the man in blue, so we'll see now.
Yeah, well, that man, Ricky Poole Jr. in blue, he did win by knockout in the first round in the semi-final, so got to be wary of that one.
Yeah, definitely. But I think the man in red, I've seen him around a bit more experience. So you should hopefully know how to deal with that, what's in front of him.
Yeah, Connor Williams, he is a 2-times winner of this tournament already. He'll be looking to make it a third. He's also won the NABCs. He said he used to be a bit of a flashy boxer, but we'll have to see what he brings to this one. He does want to go to the Commonwealths as well. Perhaps this will be the perfect stepping stone for him.
Yeah, it's a good start to the round for both boxers. We've had a little bit of success. You can see the man in red wants to pressure it, really high guard, trying to come over the top, but some lovely boxing there from the man in red. Good long shots, and then he's switching down to the body. Yeah, the man in blue from Pontypool boxed out of a bit of a shell, tight style, tight guard, walking forward, looking to punch off the counters. At the moment, not working for him. He's a little bit rigid at the moment, and he's missing some lovely boxing there from the man in red. You know, letting him miss and then countering some lovely shots after too. Again, there's that lovely lead hand jab, and a nice flurry after it too. Yeah, the busy work there is coming from the man in red, and he's landing. Busy start for the man in blue, but he's just not quite had the success just yet.
Yeah, Poole Jr. Easy for me to say. Perhaps we'll be looking for that knockout blow again. No doubt Connor Williams was aware of what happened in the previous round, and we'll be wary of the power that Poole Jr. packs.
Yeah, I think Poole Jr. is just a little bit robotic, and I think Man in Red can just see his shots coming and is able to time it and come over the top. He's thrown a little bit slow, which is allowing the canters to come in, but he's still he's having some success there. He is landing a few shots, but for the moment, the man in red is having, I'd say, 90% of the success. Saying that, the man in blue isn't getting caught clean. He's got a good high guard, so he's not getting caught with anything super eye-catching, but he's just being pipped to the punch at the moment. Yeah, some lovely slipping and shots off that in the man in blue's range, actually, from the man in red.
Yeah, Williams has boxed very well in the red corner so far this first round, and as we...
Yeah, I'd just like to see Williams use his jab a bit more. I don't think he really needs to, even though he can box in that range, I think he doesn't need to be there. He can just use his long, straight shots. He's got the range on the man in blue, and clearly the boxer from Pontypool wants to be up close and personal, wants to be up there, letting his shots go. The red corner can deal with that very well, but his easiest work will be done at range.
Yeah, born and raised in Swansea, Connor Williams. And I'm sure he has people in the crowd who have travelled down the M4 to be with him this evening. They'd love nothing more for him to have the gold medal around his neck come the end of this one. And it looks like he's on the right path.
Yeah, definitely. But both boxers have experienced coaching teams in their corner and both come out with a good game plan. You know, Spud, as we spoke about earlier, in the red corner, and Mark and Eddie James there in the blue corner for Pontypool. Both have a wealth of experience amongst them too. Both been coached at Pontypool for a long time. So it'd be nice to see how the boxers come out and adjust now in this round.
Well, let's see how they do. Second round underway. And a slightly more tentative start. First few jabs thrown by Poole Jr.
Yeah, the blue corner's uses his feet a bit more to start off with. There you got a little bit more success there. He's rolling.
Yeah,
and
lovely
punching
work.
off it a little bit.
And another
the man from Pontypool's definitely made a little adjustment and has had a little bit of success to start this round.
Yeah, he's dodging well.
Yeah, Connor Williams there is still just picking up with those long shots again. And Yeah, and the body as well. I think the volume, you see the volume is coming from the man in red at the moment. But he's, as I said, he's getting, every now and again he gets caught up in the Pontypool boxer's range, and it just plays into his hands a little bit. Lovely little uppercut there. It's definitely a more competitive round though.
Yeah, both boxers fighting for control of that centre. We haven't seen anyone really pushed up against the ropes throughout this round, and back and forth. No real standout as both exchange a couple jabs, and now here comes Williams.
No, I just think the man in blue just struggles sometimes when he's in range to let his hands go in a flurry. Sometimes he's just a little bit stagnant. He's there and he could just let his hands go that little bit more, and I think he'd have a bit more success then against Conor Williams. I think he's just being outpunched that little bit even when he has successes.
Conor Williams, of course, as we mentioned, 2 times winner of the national championships already. He knows how to get it done. He wants to make it a hat-trick.
Always amazes me how the boxer's laces can come undone in about every time.
Never had that problem?
Oh yeah, but it's like they magically undo themselves sometimes.
And there's no way he's getting them tied up with those 12-ounce gloves on, so that's what the stoppage was for, but we're back into the action.
Oh, some lovely shots there for our man in the red corner.
Yeah, that's Williams showing what he can do.
He might have had a quiet word as he had his laces tied there from his coaching team. There, the man in blue just misses a little bit wild there. Conor Williams is a talented boxer. You know, he's very effective at what he does. He can box at multiple ranges despite being a long-range guy. He's very clever at just not spoiling, but just making the work of the Pontypool boxer just a bit ineffective. Oh, lovely body shots there.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely felt that body shot.
Yeah, we could hear that all the way up here in the gantry. That left hand connecting so strongly.
Oh. If you look at the pace, that's what I said about body shot earlier. The pace of the man in red is definitely dropped there. He's tucking his elbows in. It's whether the experience of the blue corner now recognises that he's hurt his man. That was a brilliant body shot. You could hear it all the way up here.
Oh yeah, echoing around the arena. Absolutely devastating left hand into the mid-range.
People can't understand a good body shot until you've experienced one, and you could see the effect on him from up here at the last closing 20 seconds of the round. He's probably quite happy that he received that body shot when he did and not any earlier. Yeah,
I'm going to be honest, I've never received a body shot like that, and I don't plan on doing anytime soon, Rosie. I'll leave that to the experts in the ring and to yourself, of course. But, well, what an interesting round that was, especially towards the end there. I think perhaps we're seeing it ebb and flow a little bit, perhaps maybe still in Williams' favour, this one.
Yeah, very strong round from Williams. Yeah, very strong round from him. He still won that well, but Blue had a very good account of himself. He definitely had more success, and yeah, lovely little body shot there to finish the round as well. He'll definitely be more wary, Will Williams, in this closing round.
Yeah, can't afford to get hit like that. We saw how much it took out of him, and as you said, wary will be the word.
But as I said earlier, sometimes when you have success with something with the shot, you look for it too much, and then get caught, which the man in blue did. Some lovely switching from the body to the head from the red corner there.
Yeah, Williams is not letting that body shot get the better of him, sticking to his guns. He knows his game, he knows what he can do, he knows how to win the national championships.
Yeah, and he lands some good body shots of his own as well. I like how he switches up and downstairs. It's very effective against his opponent. He's unable to catch both shots, the man in blue, and come back in time. But nothing to be taken away from the man from Pontypool. You know, he's given his absolute all in here, and he's having his own success as well. And I think he has a little bit of belief that he can hurt his man in there too, which is always a bit of a driver to push on, even when the scores are against you.
Yeah, and another thing driving both boxers on is the crowd. We're hearing a little bit more from around the arena. Both have definitely brought a fair few along with them to support, and their voices can be heard, as can the punches being thrown, clattering off each other. Both men perhaps looking a little tired now as we approach the final minute of the contest.
This is a great heavyweight bout. Both of them are really letting their hands go. I think that body shot actually hurt our man in blue there as well. But no, both boxers having a great account. Have really good competitive bout. I do think obviously our man in red has won every round well, but can't take anything away from Paul Jr. He's really been in this contest all the way through. You know, his rolling and his head movement works for him, and he punches off it. It's just could just do with putting his shots together that little bit more.
So a slight stoppage here while the referee just patches up Paul Jr. Around 20 to 25 seconds left in this bout, and the crowd recognises that. Here we go then.
Nice hook landed there from Red. Oh, lovely.
And again from Williams, feeding off the crowd. Couple shots landed.
This is a great heavyweight bout. It's brilliant. Really well contested.
Yeah, we really are being treated to a spectacle here at Sport Wales in Cardiff. The best of the best from around the country come together to fight for the prize of national champion. That title would mean so much. And there's the bell. An embrace from both in the middle, a well-deserved embrace, because what a fight that was, Rosie Eccles.
Yeah, brilliant. I think you know, you could see the experience of our man in red there, and he boxed brilliantly. He landed some lovely shots, really nice shot variation. But you can't take anything away from Paul Jr. He really stuck at it. He had his own successes as well, and especially to the body, that could have changed the fight. So hats off to Williams. I think he did well to stay up and see that round out and then come back really strong. But yeah, something from both boxers, and yeah, maybe just that bit of experience and that bit of ability to let his hands go. The man in blue just meant he was always behind the punch a little bit, but yeah, great bout.
Now let's listen to this then. A roar from the crowd, I'm sure. There it is. And now we move on to the decision, eagerly anticipated by all of us here. Connor Williams has his hand raised. 2 times winner, no more. He's made it 3. A hat-trick of national titles, a hat-trick of gold medals. Congratulations, Connor Williams. Commiserations to Ricky Paul Jr. Fought so well this evening, landed some colossal shots, especially that left hand to the body, but it wasn't enough. A unanimous decision in the end. It's Connor Williams' night. Revel in it, young man. Enjoy it. The 21-year-old, he said he hadn't celebrated his birthday. Well, this is one way to do so. A belated present, but a present nonetheless. A gold medal at the national championships.
Yeah, he's got his Welsh vest, and yeah, he'd be proud of that performance as well, because that man came to win in the blue corner, and he had something to give as well. So he boxed very, very well, and he deserves that Welsh title.
Yeah, and if a couple fights ago the Harding-Cole Harris fight was a crowd pleaser, well, that was a boxer pleaser. I think if you enjoy the technical side, if you enjoy great heavyweight contests, that was definitely one.
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, lovely boxing, lovely heavyweight boxing from a man in red there, and yeah, brilliant bout, and one left to go.
And so we're here, last bout of the evening, 92 kg plus, the heavy hitters. Joshua Taylor in the red corner, Darren Hughes in blue.
Yeah, we got a busy end of the evening for Pontypool Box Club. They got two heavies, a heavy and a super heavy. So yeah, busy finish to the night for them. So hopefully they can finish on a victory.
A busy finish indeed. They weren't able to take home the gold in the previous encounter. Perhaps they can do it here. Joshua Taylor, the man in red from Pontypool, and Darren Hughes, Heads of the Valleys Boxing Club, is who he'll be representing this evening.
Number 13, the final bout of the 2024 National Championship Finals here at Sportsman's National Centre. 92 kilo plus in between. In the red corner, representing Pontypool, Joshua Taylor. Boxing in the blue corner, representing Heads of the Valleys, ABC, Darren Hughes.
Wow, and just listen to the difference in reception. Darren Hughes, plenty of support, stayed right till the end this evening. It's gone 10 o'clock, but they have stayed right until the finale to support their man. Darren Hughes stopped his opponent in the second round in his semi-final and stopped his opponent in the first round in the quarter-final.
Oh, she's had a stoppage win all the way through then.
Yeah, Joshua Taylor will have to do well.
Looks like he's looking for that again now as he's pressing on the fight. Just bundling on a little bit frantic at the moment, but that might have been what's worked from him before. Let's see the man in red just keep him off with the jab to stop him from coming in.
Yeah, let's see how Taylor responds to that forward foot aggression.
It's a very quick start for the man in blue, but at this weight it's unlikely that he'll be able to keep that up. So if Red can just weather the storm and then get his boxing going, get his lead hand going, oh, just a little slip there, then see at the first minute and then build his boxing into the contest. Yeah, it's already settled down now, and it's nice to see now the man in red just start picking up his punches. He's doing the right thing. He's moving around to his away from the backhand of the man in blue, away from his stronger hand. It's nice to see him now pick up his shot stuff. That was a nice jab from the man in red, but at the moment the bout's going towards the blue corner. No, at the range of Joshua Taylor there, you'd like to see him just picking up those long shots a little bit more, to actually use his jab, not just feel of it, like stick his jab down the pipe, a bit like that there. A little bit more of that and push his opponent back with nice long shots.
That's exactly what he's trying to do, but here comes Hughes.
Yeah, and often Hughes as well, he comes forward, he comes over his front foot. You know, if you can get him to miss, he's got the right idea now, the man in red, he's just not got his range yet. if he can get the man in blue just to fall short and come over his front foot, he should be able to pick him up with nice, clean, straight shots. That wasn't bad there from the man in red. There we go. He's starting to land the jab now, and the momentum might just start to change.
Yeah, Joshua Taylor in those red gloves and the red attire seems to have figured out what game plan he needs to employ here. Just keeping his distance, using that left hand.
Oh.
Well, there we go. As we say, Joshua Taylor was just starting to gain some momentum. A few shots from Darren Hughes, and
Yeah, I don't think he was hurt at all there, really. I think
No.
it was just a bit caught up in Blue bundling forward. I'd give that round to Blue. Based on his first 30, 45 seconds, maybe first minute. He just did that bit more than what Red did in the rest of the bout. I think if Red can just weather that first 30 seconds to a minute, I think he can then and then get his boxing together and push on in the second half of the round. I think he can easily, I think he could clinch the victory.
yep, so we will have to wait and see. Joshua Taylor, worth noting, in the semi-finals, he won by split decision, so he is used to going the full 3 rounds.
Yeah,
And he
I
is
think
used
that
to
will.
picking up those points as he goes.
I think that will do him favours in this, really. If you say the man in blue has stopped his previous contest, he's been used to throwing everything out in that first round and then sealing the victory. You know, he's got to come out now and recover and go again, and see if he's got that ability to box over 3 rounds. And if I was the man in red, I'd take some confidence from getting through that first one and now really build into the fight. He's got to make sure he's landing clean now the rest of this round.
Yeah, I'm sure Hughes won't be able to start this round at the same pace he did the first. We might see a slightly different encounter as the bout goes on. And
That's better from Red. He's got to be busy with those long straight shots and not get, there we go, that was nice. Did get caught then, but he had his own success first.
And there's a big left hand coming in, and the gum shields come out.
That's the gum shield of Red corner, I think.
Yes, it is exactly that. So
These rests don't really suit the man in red. You know, the blue corner, he's explosive. He wants to go and try and get him out of there. And the longer the round goes on with the less rest, the more it will suit the man in red. It's not too far away, that backhand. He just needs to use that jab more rather than pulling with it. Just use it a little bit more. That's better.
Ooh, lovely right hand from Hughes.
He's just very effective with that close range, and unfortunately for Red, he's just giving him up that ground that a little bit too quickly.
Yeah, as we've seen so often tonight, it seems to be a case of a long-range boxer against more of a close-range boxer, and it's a fight for that distance.
Yeah, he's got to be careful now, Red, not to take another count just because he isn't really letting much go back. It is Taylor in that situation. I think he might be a little bit hurt.
Yeah, and can Hughes capitalise on that?
He needs to capitalise now. You know, now Blue's almost used all the energy out of his tank. This is when now Red needs to really step it up.
Yeah, you can see both men tiring.
Blue is tired. You know, he's just let a lot of energy out. He's a big man, and this is where Red really should then capitalise and try and step up the momentum as Blue is tired. You know, taking shots like that also does tire you out. So I think Red Joshua Taylor is now struggling maybe to pick up that pace. He's just out of range a little bit, Taylor. He can't quite seem to find his range with that backhand. See, Blue is exhausted, but he's still having success as he's throwing those shots over the top. That's better from Red. You can see that momentum change now and build on it.
Yeah, Taylor's managed to get Hughes up against the ropes, and you can see Hughes bowing down a little there, breathing heavily.
Hughes is exhausted here. You know, he really is tired. His shots have slowed even more. His momentum, he's waiting there.
Yeah, Hughes, such a powerful striker, but how many more strikes does he have in the tank?
That's it, and that's what I mean. This is where, you know, Red really needs to build on that, to make him pay for using all that energy. But at the moment, I'd say that Blue has just had the most success again in that round, and that's very hard to come back from now.
Yeah, as time goes on, you do start to fancy Taylor a little bit more and more. But of course, in this classification, one hit, one strike, and it could mean curtains. So the third round, it is still anyone's fixture.
Yeah, I think Hughes is 2 rounds up, but I think he's absolutely exhausted. Unfortunately, it seems that Joshua Taylor just can't seem to then capitalise on those moments when Hughes really needs a breather and land anything significant enough to sway the fight the other way. This next round could be different. We haven't seen Hughes do 3 rounds apparently in this championships yet, so this is new territory for him. And as we've seen there, Taylor is already off his stall and ready to go.
Yep, so this is the first time at the National Champs that Darren Hughes will be in a third round. As you say, Rosie, new territory. How much does he have in the tank? How much does he want that gold medal? How much does he want the crown and title of national champion?
Taylor's really got to go for it now if he wants to win this fight. He needs to maybe try and give him a count in this round. He's got to really dig deep, because I think he's down 2 rounds. I'm not saying he can't do it, but he really needs to pile on that pressure and work hard this round now if he wants to win the bout. It's a good start for the man in red, but his hands are a little bit low, and he's very open as well. Both fighters are very open. Shouts of encouragement there from the Pontypool corner.
Slight stumble after a right hand.
He walked onto a big
Hughes.
backhand there, the man in red.
Very close range boxing now. Fatigue setting in so much, but now is not the time to tire.
Yeah, I think Red's tired from his initial efforts at the start of that round, and it means that Blue's not even having to try to be that accurate, and he's just landing, he's firing his shots and they're going in. Both boxers are absolutely exhausted, Blue in particular. You know, it's getting tied up. You can see Blue there, he's struggling to stand up, but he's still the more effective of the two.
Yeah, so important in these moments to keep your guard up though, the ferocity at which these punches come in.
Yeah, that's what Blue's done well, in fairness. He has kept a high guard. Less so right now, but he has kept a high guard, so even when Red's been shipping the punches in, he's took a lot on the glove. He does look absolutely exhausted right now, though. Both boxers look exhausted.
So here we go. Final minute. Taylor, what's he got in the tank? Hughes, how much have you got?
See, Blue, despite being almost exhausted on his feet, he's got his hands on his head now. He's still having the greatest success. That's not a good sign when you put your hands on your head in the ring. But he's now landed with his lead hook. Despite looking like the boxer who's absolutely dead on his feet in tiredness, he's...
Oh, a huge right hand comes around. Lovely hook from Joshua Taylor. Can Hughes respond? Few body shots. And another comes in from Taylor.
That's just from pure exhaustion. I think he's just...
Yeah, a wry smile on your face, Rosie. I'm not sure the technique was perfect, but it was a connection nonetheless.
There you go, end of the round.
And there we go. Sum up that one for us, Rosie Eccles.
I think both gave their all. I'll give it that one. I think that neither had anything left in the tank. The man in blue, if you can still see him on camera, has his hands on his head. I'm not sure he's been 3 rounds yet, so he's absolutely exhausted. But yeah, I think the man in blue's won that, despite having probably not the best feet and just walking forward. I think he let his hands go, and he had the range, and he landed. At the end of the day, he landed the better quality of shots. Despite probably absolutely having nothing left for the good majority of the last round and a half.
So Darren Hughes gets Rosie Eccles' vote, but let's see who gets the judges.
The winner of bout number 13 and the final bout of the 2024 Elite National Championships 92 kilo plus by a split decision. In the blue corner,
And you continue your 100% record, Rosie. Darren Hughes is your 92 kg plus national champion from the Heads of the Valleys Amateur Boxing Club. He takes home the Welsh vest and the gold medal. He is the victor. A valiant effort from Joshua Taylor, but in the end...
Definitely, I think Taylor gave what he had on the day. He gave his all, you know, his heart being there with both big hitting lads. He gave his best on the day. I think he could have took moments when his opponent was so tired to maybe capitalise, and he had a good effort. But the right man won today, and yeah, that'll finish our finals.
Yeah, and so both men will make their way towards the podium. It's been an incredible evening here at Sport Wales. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, we will be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. running live all the way to 7 p.m. for the youth and junior finals here live on YouTube. For all the reaction and interviews from tonight's action, check out the Welsh Boxing Instagram account. All that's left to say is thank you so much, Rosie Eccles, for joining us here on commentary. Have you enjoyed this evening?
Yeah, definitely. Always love to be part of the Welsh finals, and it's nice to see lots of people coming up through. And yeah, thank you for having me.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure to listen to your expert analysis, and of course, good luck. If we don't see you again, if we don't hear from you again, good luck in Paris this summer.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And of course, thank you so much to everyone at home watching live on YouTube. As I say, we'll be back again tomorrow at midday. Until then, bye-bye for now.